I'm all hopped up on hot cocoa.
Nice. Hi, everybody. I am not muted in OBS. Welcome to episode
Nice.
60.
Woo!
Nine more episodes of
Yeah.
Beneath
Nice.
the Tide. Some announcements before we begin. I'm gonna rearrange some stuff real quick. No, I'm not. Announcements. If you haven't yet, we just streamed our premiere episode of our Wildmount set campaign, Legends of Wildmount, episode 1. It'll be up on VOD on YouTube tomorrow, but if you want to watch it now, wait till this stream is done, please. But you can check it out. When you check it out, it'll be on VOD, so it's really exciting. And these are going to be...
It's a good start.
Yes. Very digestible little episodes. They're going to be about an hour and a half each, so easy to get into, easy to get out of, easy to eat and digest. And also, I think I'm also going to put it onto the podcast platform because they're short episodes, so why not? Also, speaking of podcasts, Beneath the Tide episode 59 will go on the podcast format tomorrow. And then more demystifying DMing in the future, possibly.
I am working on that. Some things have quieted down. It's like the end of the semester for me. So I'm just in the part of just grading when things come in, so I'm done planning, so I can be sitting there working on that.
Nice. So
Yeah.
stay tuned. And speaking of being tuned in, let's get it going. When we last left off, you guys did some shit. Gathered loot, looked at the loot, figured out what the loot was from the Dragon's Hoard. Ash put on some armor.
Oh yeah.
Very interesting episode.
And you guys continued through the city of Dol Shadar, realizing it was a little bit more safer now with the dragon gone, and approached an old bank that was nestled in the city, and after dispelling the arcane lock that was on the door, activated the bank guardians, which attacked the party, but were rendered essentially useless with a very nicely placed arcane gate by Henry. And Ash basically got pummeled by these guardians, but also essentially nearly soloed the guardians, with some minor help from his friends. After dealing with the bank, the party continued through the forest of Goliocran, eventually coming to the Matron's Bog, and noticed some weird shenanigans were going about in the bog. Magic was being suppressed in this area, and one by one, the party spoke to the hag who lived in the cabin, who looked rather strange, rather large, long, gangly limbs. And she spoke with everyone and sort of gave everyone a little prophecy about their paths going forward. And, eventually she spoke to Leah and basically demanded the heart of the fungal lich from Leah, which Leah handed over. And the hag began to devour said heart, becoming the new host for the fungal lich, and essentially rebirthing the fungal lich in her body. And after thousands of voices of these past hosts of the fungal lich spoke out, took Leah's Staff of Resurrection that she got from Lexi, or Rod of Resurrection, and Leah's Gultheus staff, and destroyed both items while in the process handing Leah over the staff the fungal lich used in the creation of the world to take out Orcus, and affixing the skull of Orcus's wand to the base of the staff. The staff was then handed over to Leah as her boon or artifact from her figure of worship. As the hag was dealt with and the hag disappeared, the curse was seemingly lifted from Thrawn's village as Thrawn teleported into the hut and essentially told the party, "Hey, good job, guys!" and teleported them away back to his hut in Roterstein Village. And as they arrived and began to make their way towards the Lord of Shape's den for what was promised, Ogden Boon heard a voice in his head of Noose telling him that they were attacked at Marion's home, and Grump was killed in the process, and that both Noose and Marion Boon are currently hiding out in the Feywild. And that's what we're going to
chat for Grump.
And that's what we're going to pick up the session with, the party following Thrawn towards the Lord of Shape's den.
Ogden, is everything alright? You look a bit rattled.
Ship shape. Everything's fine.
Was it something that Heg said to you?
No, everything's fine. I'm gonna live a long life, a lot of fortune, find my name in history. Everything's good.
All right, then, I guess, let's... how much longer, Thrawn?
15 minutes, not too long.
Alright. Eclipse is just gonna gaze around to the rest of the members of the party. Just seeing if anyone else looks as rattled as Ogden probably does.
Baxter's thinking back to what the hag said to him, and he's just, you won't see anything other than him just drinking from his flask, but that's about it.
Leah is the happiest you've seen her in a while. She's looking over all the names carved into the staff and just going over to see if she remembers any of them and just admiring it. She's just smiling. She has a little spring in her step as she's going along.
Henry looks generally uncomfortable, but what else is new?
So Leah, does this mean? Is this is there any way to check back in with your tribe, your coven, your ilk?
With the other fellow sport druids, Ogden?
Yeah. Will they? Will they come back?
I don't know exactly what's going to happen with the rest. The fungal lich didn't mention their part in this circle. I'm hoping everything will work out and their circle will continue with rebirth, but I don't know, Ogden.
Oh, okay. I just was curious if somehow we had figured out another reason for our being here, you know? I was hoping maybe we could check that off our list and make sure everyone you cared about was taken care of. I know that's important.
Well, thank you, Ogden. With the fungal lich having a new house, which is incredible, wonderful, I didn't think that would happen so soon, at least. It should... More spore druids should pop up, like little spores, little mushrooms cropping up here and there. There should be more coming. And I hope. I'm just going to keep hoping.
Good. Maybe we can extend that optimism to general forgiveness and bridge building opportunities. Where are we heading? What's the word?
We're going to the Lord of Shape's den for the promise.
Oh yeah. Oh right. Of course. Yes. Yeah. Goodies abound. Wonderful. Wondrous.
Cool. Eclipse.
Yeah, Baxter?
How are you doing?
I'm okay, I guess. Just, a little shaken by what the hag told me, but it's nothing I didn't know already.
Yes. It seems like she said a little bit of something to each of us.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to let you know, I called you the wrong name the other day.
Yeah, remember?
We are on our way to where that person is buried. They're a good friend of mine.
I see. Well, my condolences then. What were they like? If you don't mind my asking.
It's difficult to say. They were... They're a very strong person. Not just physically, but there was a stubbornness, a fortitude to her that I took comfort in. Now, much of that was directed towards me sometimes, but she had good reason.
Sure, she did, and she sounds like a wonderful person.
If Kate does say so herself. It's totally non-biased outside third-person perspective.
Anyway, I'm kind of gathering that that your group's goal here is to look for or find some type of treasure in this place, and I would encourage respect.
I'm not sure I can guarantee anything from anyone in this group.
I suppose that's the downside of not having a captain, huh?
Well, we have more than one captain, technically, so we do have a captain. If we want to get into mechanics.
To be more specific, lack of hierarchy.
Yeah. I'd have to agree with you on that one, Baxter.
Anyway, I'm done with all of that myself. I spent enough time within the hierarchy, moving things on the upper levels of society. To use a term that I don't use very often, it is nice to get dirty again, but not. That came out weird. And then he's just gonna stare off.
Alright. Yeah, during this conversation, everything, you guys eventually reach, kind of cross this wooden bridge over what looks like it used to be a swamp that resided here, but there's no longer any sort of swamp. Drained completely. And you guys get into this grove that's kind of concealed by large thorny vines. And in this grove, you see a single stone statue of a white wolf. And beside the white wolf... Oh, geez. No, that is wrong. Yeah, no, sorry, yes. A white stone statue of a wolf. Very large white wolf statue. And beside the white wolf statue, bipedal wolf statue, is the statue of a older looking dwarf with a head of hair, no bandana, as Baxter is used to seeing, a very curled, thick mustache, very Ron Swanson-esque, but curled up at the ends, and wearing very similar attire. And in the dwarf's hands is a silvered axe, but also part of the statue.
I don't
Yes?
I know that's Gundren, but he doesn't quite look the same.
It's a recent depiction.
Right.
And at the base of the statues, you can see, it says Gundar. Doesn't say the Lesser anymore.
Gundar. Whoops.
Doesn't say Gundar the Lesser anymore. It just says Gundar. And then on the other one, it says on the wolf statue, it says Koana Howell, because that was her last name. Everybody.
That's right.
Yeah.
And on each of the statues, it doesn't say a birth year, because you get the sense that these wolves didn't know their birth year. So on each one, it just says passed away 31 AT, which was last year. And Thrawn is just silent as he enters the grove with these two statues.
Baxter, is everything all right?
Yes. It's fine.
And then kind of beyond the statues, you can see where like flowers are growing, like where like life has kind of come to this area of the forest again, and there's just numerous kind of what looks like tombstones scattered throughout as well, where other people have been buried. But these two individuals, Gundar and Koana, have been given very ornate stone statues in their burial place.
Was this her?
Oh, yeah, that you should. Yeah, and he's gonna point. This is Gundar, and Koana.
And you guys would know who both of those are because you had met them previously.
All right, we met this guy.
What?
Yeah, and we met. I think we also met her too. Though she didn't look quite this bestial.
That's my mother you're talking about.
I meant no offense.
I understand.
Apologies. We also meet his son?
Oh yeah, his son ran a shop, I think.
Yeah.
Garaxon, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
That certainly sounds familiar.
Baxter's going to kind of take a couple steps back and start ritually casting Detect Magic.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything while you're here? Thrawn is kind of standing by his mother's statue. He's got a hand on it, his eyes are closed, and he's just speaking to himself in Druidic.
I'm gonna tap Ogden on the shoulder and just say, hey, where does it say that treasure's buried here?
Oh, let me look at
Is the map in?
Ye old map. Care to join me over in this corner looking at the map, Eclipse?
Not at all. All right. You just seem to be talking a little. All right. Yeah.
Oh, just a little talking is all.
Yeah.
I can show you exactly what's going on. I put the map in front of our faces and I look at her and I'm like,
yes.
Noose, trouble, Feywild. Talk later?
What?
Yep.
Noose.
Oh, right there. Oh. This is where you got, this is where right about there. Yep, that's the place.
Looks like it.
And at this point, Baxter, your Detect Magic would go off, and it is revealing... Oh, I just had it pulled up. And I already forgot. Evocation. Throughout this entire place. Like, it's permeated with evocation magic.
But nothing specific?
I don't think Detect Magic tells you the exact spell.
No, I meant like anything different. Is it just one spell everywhere?
Yes. Just the same evocation, like, feeling everywhere.
Okay. You sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic. Okay. Alright. Cool.
And actually, Carnifex would feel very uncomfortable in here. And because of this, Henry cannot continue this little encounter.
Does Henry just like
Henry can't get
hit the edge of the
he can't get into the den.
Sorry, is there
And Thrawn kind of looks back. Are you possessed?
Sort of, yes.
Ah, well, unfortunately you cannot enter this place.
Oh. Seems like discrimination.
It's protection magic.
Henry, you know, if you want, we could bring you back a souvenir of sorts.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely bring you a goodie bag.
Baxter gives her an eye, like,
She's like, I don't know.
Stay here and guard the outside of the area.
My friends went to the Lord of Shapes den and all I got was this shitty t-shirt.
Thrawn,
Why is there a gift shop in here?
Thrawn turns back to Henry and says, "Appreciated."
Not that I have much of a choice.
Is there anything you were looking for? Anything you were hoping, just hoping to get?
You guys realize you're talking about raiding my family's gravesite?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's not why we're here.
No.
But we also brought a friend of the family, and I'm gonna like pull Baxter in like a side hug.
Thrawn's gonna look at Baxter. How do you feel about what they're saying?
not great, to be honest.
Come on, Baxter, honorary crew member, play the part.
So, let's get this straight. Where did you get this map?
Ogden.
Mr. Boon.
I certainly remember.
Where did this come from?
Ogden would remember. It came from Dawnbreak Cove in the Stormfather's Temple on Dawnbreak Cove. Sanctum Nocturnus.
Ooh, we've had it for a long time.
Yeah, that was early campaign stuff. It was like
before Ogden Boon.
It was before Ogden Boon.
Yeah.
So Ogden Boon doesn't even know.
Right, so I got it from a former crew member of ours.
So the only people that would know that are currently here are Ash and Eclipse. Because Eclipse got Eclipse
That's
got kidnapped.
right before
Eclipse got
Eclipse,
kidnapped
yeah.
after the map was found.
Yeah.
This was session 10. This map was found.
Yeah.
50 sessions later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finally got around to it.
Yeah.
Also, Eclipse has an intelligence of 11, so I doubt
That's
she
fine.
would remember.
That's average. So, yeah. It's from the Sunken Lord's Temple on Dawnbreak Cove, the Sanctum Nocturnus, and was a place permeated by evil. And you all would remember that the Lord of Shapes was rumored or written to be, because you found a Lord of Shapes journal back when he was a human and a disciple of the Sunken Lord. And this map is probably, back when he was a human, a couple thousand years old.
Oh, so when I pull it out,
It's very
very delicate.
Yeah.
We think it might be something possibly older than your family's burial treasure.
I mean, we cleaned this place up pretty extensively when we took over, but if we missed anything, it would be good to know.
Yeah, I mean, you also have a world-class archaeologist with you, so...
Could be something vile.
Yes,
yeah.
It could also be something vile.
Yeah, that's the name of the game.
All right.
The enchantment that you put on this place,
Yes.
would it have dispelled such evil?
Not
Intent?
if it's farther below the ground.
Hmm. And he'll just look at Mr. Boon.
Thrawn's gonna turn to Henry. Henry,
Yes.
I would greatly appreciate it if you actually could you look after the village for me?
Sure, I would be happy to.
Thank you.
Would you like me to go back there right now?
He thinks for a moment. In my tent, there is a crystal ball.
All right.
If you find it, just speak into it and tell them we're going to the sacred place.
speak to the ball and say you're going to the sacred place?
Yes.
All right, I can do that.
And he's going to cast a spell on you. So.
Put a spell on me.
And now you're mine.
Boom, 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 boom.
Ready for Hocus Pocus campaign?
He just gives you.
Yes.
He just casts JS on you. Fuck. You have to do it.
I was going to do it anyway.
No, I have it here. Sorry, guys. Yeah. And just in case you need some extra protection, it takes 8 hours to cast. Oh, sorry. Never mind. I was going to awaken a tree to go with you, but here. And he casts. I can't. I know he has a spell. I just can't find it. What's it called?
The struggle is real.
Yeah, this is so bad. I can't find it in the spell list. I don't think I prepared it for today. Well, he is just going to cast Maelstrom. Maelstrom on Henry. No. He'll just cast good berries and give all the good berries to Henry.
Thank you for the berries.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. Sorry, no, he doesn't. Pass without trace on Henry.
Oh, thank you. Much appreciated.
Good luck. Don't stray off the path.
All right.
As everyone's been talking, Leah's just been sitting on the ground, picking flowers and making a flower crown, a couple of them out of the flowers she finds.
As soon as you pick the flowers, they regrow.
And she is just super happy.
Sorry, you would have detected 2 pieces of magic. I feel so bad. Obviously, there's the evocation, which is you can figure out it's the hallow spell, and then it's almost like there's a persistent druidcraft spell put on this on the ground, so it's transmutation as well.
Cool.
And then he's like, "All right," and Henry wanders off. I assume.
Yeah, head back towards town.
This will make it easier for Sam.
Yeah.
And then Thrawn walks over to Kawana's grave and says, "All right, everyone with me."
Real quick question.
Yeah.
While we were hanging out in the hag's hut, did that count as a short rest?
Yes, it did.
All right. Because Ash is still at like half health from back in the bank.
Yeah, the hag's hut for everybody was a short rest.
Okay.
And Thrawn touches a part of the statue, and the statue kind of slides backwards and reveals a staircase going downwards where torches are lit. Just this way, everyone. And he starts going down the steps.
Follow after.
Baxter, after you.
I
Who
hope,
was your friend?
I hope you brought
Oh,
your
yeah.
walking shoes. This is a mile-long descent.
That's so much digging.
Yes, but I'm a druid, so it was easy. And he just keeps
Still.
step. We are going
Yeah,
below.
Baxter.
We are going below the protections. By the way.
Okay.
Baxter follows him.
All right, who's behind Baxter?
Oh, I'll go. Yeah.
Okay. Who's behind Ogden?
I'm going to try and walk the exact same way that the 2 people in front of me are walking.
Okay. And it's lit up down here. It's not dark or anything. You can just see that it
Mhm.
extends very far underground. And who's behind Ogden?
I'll go behind Ogden.
Okay. Who's next?
I'll go behind. Leo will go behind.
All right,
Otis.
Ash in the rear.
I'll bring up the rear.
You all.
So this is weird. Keeping this little bit secret then.
It's not weird at all.
It's weird for me. I've been here before. Haven't seen this.
This wasn't here before.
So we're going
We're going to the
You
actual...
must explain this to
We're
me.
going to the actual graves.
Oh, those were just monuments?
Yes.
Ah,
Only I can open up this passage.
alright. Alright. And he'll just keep walking.
Alright.
I'm gonna whisper to Ogden as we're walking.
Mhm.
Oh, what were you saying about Noose? He's in the Feywild?
News from the Feywild. I get it every time I have my owl come back to me. That's all. What were you saying?
Oh, maybe when we get back on the road, we can talk later.
Oh, sure. I'll tell you any news you want to hear.
Yeah.
Any
Great.
news at all. I'll share news with you.
Thank you, Ogden.
You're welcome. I'm enchanted to share news.
Was my name mentioned in the news?
No specific news for you.
All right. All right.
Alright. You guys...
Discuss the news later.
And as you guys discuss the news... Talking about discussing the news, you reach the end of this mile-long descent, and you enter a rather large room where 2 iron statues are set. One of the iron statues shows an elf woman holding a glaive in her hand, a very familiar-looking glaive Baxter, the one that turned her into... Oh, wait, that thing was destroyed. Never mind! A double-bladed scimitar is in her hand. And then there's a pendant around the elf's neck, not attached to the statue. And the other statue is of a wolf. And Thrawn walks up to the statue with the elf woman that you all, Ash and Eclipse, would recognize as, and Ogden, because he was there for that meeting, would recognize as Kwana Howell, the elf that you met at Baxter's Obsidian Covenant. And around the neck of the elf statue is a pendant, and Thrawn kind of takes the pendant off and he kind of procures a letter out of his robes and hands them both to Baxter. The bequeathment as promised.
Thank you. And he'll take the necklace and...
It's one that you can open up.
He's not going to do it in front of these people.
Sure.
He's going to put it in his pocket.
Yep.
Kind of put his... face them.
Yep.
Face them, and then just open the letter.
I will send you the details of the letter.
Okay.
Think I could will something like that? It looks freaking cool.
Oh, you can pull it off for sure.
You think
Kidding
so?
me?
Don't literally
Oh,
try
yeah.
and pull it off.
I'm not going to try to pull it off. And she's gonna like start doing like imaginary staff flipping
Yes.
maneuvers.
Please don't take the glaive. It was my mother's.
I would never.
I do have a question.
Yes.
With as much due respect as I can give,
Mm-hmm.
what good is it doing down here that it wouldn't be better served in the hands on the side of right, or to be taken to a place where others can learn and innovate from it? Just asking, not trying to be disrespectful, and certainly no answer is wrong here, but I did want to know what is the point of leaving a weapon in a statue's hand over the hands of the living that can use it?
It was to be laid to rest with her until it was deemed appropriate to use it by her only son.
That's you?
Yes.
Well then, I will let that very personal question hang in the air.
I'd appreciate
No
it.
disrespect intended. What's this? Clues. Just going just really studying a wall for no reason. Trying to figure out
It's a
what kind
blank
of stone,
wall.
what kind of stone it is. Oh, etchings.
Now back to my hunch.
And Thrawn kind of turns to Baxter. I tried delivering these items to you a year ago, but I could never find you.
Yes, that's what everybody's saying.
He kind of pulls Baxter aside and talks to him. Only Baxter can hear. She passed away a week after the funeral.
I believe I've already asked this, but the letter seems strange. Any smell of foul play?
She mentioned seeing someone in her dreams. It gave her a sense of foreboding. Gundar spoke of it too. I tried looking into it, but I never found anything. He kind of looks around. Have you ever heard of someone called Velocash the Sly?
I don't think Baxter
hasn't. Baxter hasn't.
No.
Interesting.
They're talking all on the down low and we can't hear them.
They are talking very quietly.
Okay.
What does that name mean?
I don't know. I couldn't find anything. I tried describing the individual and it didn't work.
Based on what he said, and this other stuff, Baxter knows what he has at his disposal, and thank you for telling me. Is there anything else or anything else I can do for you?
No, that's all I know. This is all she left behind for you.
Thank you. And he'll fold up the letter and put it in his coat.
Okay.
And if there's anything else, like, is there? You said that there were statues and stuff.
Yeah, there's a statue of Koana holding that double-bladed scimitar that you're familiar with. And then there's the iron statue of the wolf form of Koana. And sorry, the iron statue of Koana, you can see there's actually a grave there, like a stone coffin made of stone.
Baxter's going to walk around it, and once he gets to the backside, he's going to pull out the little amulet thing and look at it.
Okay. You open up the pendant? Okay. It's a picture of Koana Gundar, a lizard folk you don't recognize because you would not know who this is at this point, and a very elderly version of yourself. Probably in their 60s, 70s. And they're standing in front of a shop on can't remember the name of the island. Fuck, it's my world too. Old Newport. And it is called Friends, and it looks like it's being built.
Oh, so this is a pretty decent. So is this a folded up picture inside here, or is it?
It's not folded. It's immaculately laid into the pendant.
Oh, so it's pretty big then.
Yeah.
Cool. He's going to click it shut. What else does the pendant look like?
It's just a gold pendant. Nothing really discernible
simple.
on it. It's just simple.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You get the idea. Made to be simple, just in case someone tried stealing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's going to put it in his pocket and
Okay.
think about some things.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything while down here? Thrawn's still kind of like just being silent at his mother's grave.
I've sat against a wall and have just started like tossing the dagger of venom in my hand, catching it by the tip of the blade and tossing it back and catching it.
Okay.
Very bored.
Ash,
Oh yeah.
a word.
All right. Pushes his way up to the front.
What did you know about me before me?
You mean like old shop owner you?
Yes.
Not terribly much. You were well, you owned a magic shop. Kind of. We met Baxter, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we
He's
met
the
you.
one who gave you the bottle with the void maw in it.
Yeah. And he was the one that was like had the whole was there a name for the organization that he was part of?
Obsidian Covenant.
Yeah. They
That
had
he
like the
formed-
whole
that-
extra dimensional.
That he formed with Gundar and Kawan and all of his friends.
Yeah. And was the place we stayed extra dimensional, or was that just like
that was
okay?
that was his demi-plane.
Okay. Yeah, you were well. You owned a shop, and we met you for a bit, and you were a lot older. Very powerful magically. You had your own plane of existence. We stayed the night there for a bit. You had a whole organization with these people called the Obsidian Covenant, and it was all secretive and everything. And you gave us a magic bottle that our ship stayed could go into.
Did he have a book?
What?
Did he have a book?
Did he have a book?
You don't remember seeing one.
I don't remember seeing a book. No.
Was he stranger than me? Strange-ish, about the same?
I would say less strange, honestly. Kind of
Did
gave me like an old mentor vibe.
He didn't do any small, strange, odd things?
Do I remember anything like that?
Not particularly. Nothing that stands
Nope.
out.
Not particularly. No, not really.
Did you see anything that would lead you to believe that he would turn against people?
Turn against people?
Yes, like perhaps he wasn't of his own mind.
Not that I can think of. No. Really, just seemed like a very powerful, in control kind of person. I mean, we spent the night in his own plane of existence. There's like carefully crafted bedrooms for each of us.
But this was all for taking down a certain entity that does not exist anymore.
About the size of it, yeah.
I need to think about a few things. And he's gonna step away.
Okay. As this is happening, you see Thrawn kind of cut open his palm and go, "Ugh, didn't think I'd have to open this doorway again. Stand back, everyone." And he kind of just smears blood on the back wall of this chamber, and the stone grinds away. And you
Gross.
guys see a black obsidian pedestal, and on top of it is almost a palantir-like black sphere, swirling with just what looks like galaxies and stars and water. We found this when we made the delve. We could never destroy it. Nothing would harm it. No one dared touch it either.
Oh, maybe I could.
The plinth is covered in what look like stone tentacles, very long stone tentacles, and a large singular stone eye amid the tentacles. And Everyone make perception checks, please. That's in this room.
Whoa.
15 for Eclipse.
15. Baxter.
Dirty 20.
Henry or Ash.
Natural 20.
Leah.
21.
Ogden.
24.
24.
Anyone who got above a 20 hears faint whispering in deep speech coming from the sphere. Just
So it had to be above a 20.
above a
Couldn't be
20 or above. 20 or higher.
Okay.
Sorry, 20 or higher. Just and Thrawn's like, that's what I heard before.
Well, let me tell you what it means. Baxter knows deep speech.
Here lies the sunken lord.
Here lies the sunken lord.
Gaze into my essence to see the truth.
Gaze into my essence to see the truth. So, don't do that.
But didn't we... No, we just dealt with the Stormfather, right? Ash, you were possessed by the Stormfather?
Yeah, no, remember Asmodeus killed the Sunken Lord?
Right.
Asmodeus.
We had nothing to do with that, just kind of happened.
Asmodeus. What about Asmodeus?
Well, he's slowly working his way into our plane of existence.
Yeah, have you noticed like the red thunderstorms or the city in the sky or like
the abundance
hordes
of
of
demonic and infernal
No,
creatures in the air?
The canopy of the
Nothing?
forest is very dense.
Well, lucky you.
It must be centered on Ipsha for now. It's only a matter of time before he takes over the entire world.
The whispering continues, though, and a different sentence comes out. I just need to find a name in my notes. So, bear with me. You all can do stuff while I do this.
All right, who's up for round 2 of Monopoly? Let's go.
Monopoly.
Where are we
is
going to?
best.
Where? Just where?
I mean, this tomb seems perfectly reasonable for a game table.
Oh.
I didn't realize Graveyard was a space in Monopoly Eclipse.
Everyone takes 300 points of psychic damage and teleports.
So sorry.
And Thrawn
Except
Thrawn-
Baxter.
Except Baxter and Thrawn teleports away.
So this is a swirling black sphere. Do we know?
It looks like the cosmos, but it also looks like ocean water kind of swirling around in it. And the sphere itself is about 6 feet in diameter.
Oof.
Oh, it's
Sorry.
big.
It's
Big
big. Forgot
boy.
to mention the dimensions. That's my fault.
Yes.
So, do we know what this is right away?
This is the stuff of nightmares. Do not stare into it.
You do not know what it is.
Okay. Can I try identifying it? And
You'd have to get a. I think identify. You have to touch something, right?
Oh,
You'd have-
well then,
you'd have
no,
to get
I'm
right
not
up
doing
close on
that.
that bad boy.
I'm going to look at it, and I'm going to think back if I remember that this was the black sphere that Noose was looking for,
No.
or something like this.
You don't.
No?
You probably don't. You can probably assume it's probably not,
Okay.
because he was looking for something from Pipshin. This is something apparently an artifact of the Sunken Lord.
Fair enough.
And then the other words come out from the
Quiet, everyone.
from the
It's
sphere,
speaking.
and it says, "The morning shores for my rebirth, the domain of Nagawe."
Huh.
What was that, Baxter?
I think I pronounced that name right.
The morning shores of my rebirth.
Did you say the morning shores?
Yeah.
You mean like the sort of twilight realm between living and dead?
I don't know.
Yeah, yes, that's what the Morning Shores is.
We were sort of talking about going there for a bit. There was a essential part of the whole Sunken Lord business. We had to go there, but then that kind of got taken care of when he got killed, so I guess we're not planning on going there anymore?
You remember that Dustin is trapped there?
Well, right, but like...
Yes.
Aside, because Ash has been like, yeah, no, that's right, we had a plan to go there, and he's like, oh, wait, no.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
It was on the to-do list. Maybe. Well, the morning shores aren't the most friendly of planes,
No,
so...
and mortals have a rough time of being there.
Uh-huh.
You have to be dead to get there, and there are only 2 ways to get there. Die, or you get ferried there.
Well, dying is out of the question for me at this point. So, yes, Baxter?
No, it's mostly like trying to point to Caleb because both him and Noose went there. And were ferried.
Yeah.
Did you hear that, Caleb?
But
I did.
But they never
okay.
shared it with anybody.
Yeah.
To what end?
I mean, Ogden, I mean, maybe we could go to the Feywild and get ferried there?
That's not how it works. You have to be ferried.
Fairy with an E, not fairy with an AI.
Yeah.
You illiterate
I'm
feline.
I'm sorry, I was raised to steal things, not read about them, okay, Ash?
You're all pirates, pirate adjacent, correct?
Yeah, thereabouts.
Yeah.
And then you know the tales.
We're not very good pirates.
No.
The first pirate, the Flying Dutchman.
Oh, is that
we know his rules. We've got his rules written down.
Yeah.
There are ways to apparently summon him, so that's a way you could get there. But the dead, or the living, do not handle the place well.
So we've heard.
We should figure out what to do with this. I don't like this thing here.
Yeah, real quick, what is this doing in here? Like, where did this come from? Has this just always been down here?
Yeah, it has been down here ever since we dug deep. We found found it when we dug deep down here. And then
so you, like, dug deep down to bury some people, and you found this right next door, and you were just like, good enough?
I guess that sounds strange when you think about it.
Kind of, well, you know, a little bit. Just like, kind of, well.
I mean,
bag of devouring anybody?
I don't think
you mean
it would
this hungry
fit.
fella? I think it's got a fit in its mouth.
I think destroying it might be the key.
Yeah, Ash, remember what happened the last time we tried to destroy a relic of the Stormlord?
Alright, you don't have to be like that about it.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of stones being thrown in very fragile, crystalline homes here.
And then the voice kind of comes out again, but this time it speaks in common. Gerhard Mansosa.
Yeah, what's up?
Gerhard Mansosa. Baxter thinks he's just telling everybody.
Yes, we heard that one.
Yeah, what do you want? What do you want, Ball?
I know your taste.
What does that mean?
I know your smell.
Oh, like you taste. That's creepy.
I thought maybe he drowns with me.
Who am I speaking to?
You know.
I really don't.
You freed me from my prison.
Oh, I do. There we go.
And then the
Baxter's
voice,
doing another.
the voice changes from that voice to the voice of Peter Montsosa. Gerhardt,
Yeah, what's up?
I'm going to make you drown in your blood.
Great. Perfect. Just feck all. Why? Oh, Lord.
Exactly.
And then silence once again.
Yeah, Baxter's doing detect magic on this.
So
If it hit dropped from before.
It would have dropped before because it was a mile ascent.
Yeah. Okay.
so
Did Peter die? Is Peter dead?
I think
Hello?
I'm pretty sure he died.
I have so
in
many
the
siblings, I
temple?
can't keep track of which ones died.
Ash only knows that Gerhardt died, and Wolfgang.
Yeah, because Noose killed
Killed
Wolfgang.
Wolfgang.
I saw
So-
that happen. We fought. I endorsed it.
You just gotta remember, divorced beheaded died, divorced beheaded survived.
And I kind of killed my dad,
Yes.
but I was possessed. But I'm
Yes.
not unhappy about it.
Ash, is there something you'd like to share with us?
No, really, I could have sworn I'm counting on my fingers right now. I could have sworn Peter was still alive.
So you're not still in contact with the Stormlord?
Well,
Just
the
wanna-
Stormlord is gone. so...
Stormfather.
Stormfather, right? Wrong
Yeah.
campaign setting.
Yeah. Well, he clearly just talked to you.
Well, it sounded like him.
Do we have someone who's good at voices in there? Does that sphere have Mel Blanc? What's the deal? He's throwing voices. Could it be a ruse? Could it be a trick?
Your mother is going to die.
I don't like the sphere.
And detect magic would
Can't tell if
pop.
it was
Detect magic would pop off necromancy.
Cool. So it is
Very
magic.
potent necromancy.
Hey, he's gonna try it anyway.
Okay.
Dispel magic.
What level?
I only have 5th level, so.
Roll a d20 and add your spell modifier.
Okay.
Like a 10th level spell, isn't it, Justin?
No.
18 plus 5. 23.
23. The spear fades. Anything within it just disappears.
Well, that's certainly one way of taking care of it.
No.
And the
No
room
longer.
And the room goes quite cold.
No longer plagues. Graves of my friends.
And there's kind of a breeze down here, like a.
I don't like that. Anyone else up for heading back to the surface?
I'm
Oh,
not
yeah, I
detecting
like
any-
the
oh,
fielding
sorry.
the sunlight.
And you know,
Why
no, you are
exactly-
not detecting any magic.
So was that the treasure on this map?
You get the idea that was probably the treasure on the map.
What a bunk ass treasure! Damn, just said mean things to us and made us feel bad. Horrible treasure. Horrible treasure.
Yeah, not
Obviously
the
very
greatest treasure.
valuable, but horrible treasure.
Treasure, but not a gift.
Mm.
Well, maybe now we put this thing in the bag of devouring now that it no longer hosts anyone.
I'm sorry. Didn't
Well,
out of game? Isn't the sphere gone?
It was just dispelled. The magic inside of it
Yeah.
was dispelled. It's still there as
So
a
it's still-
physical object.
yeah.
So it's a 6-foot diameter.
Sphere.
I don't. I don't think it'll fit. It's gotta.
We could break it, maybe.
If you just want to
So-
throw chunks of it in there, yeah, sure, I'm down.
Henry,
Yes.
as you're making your way back towards the village, the canopy is dense, the trees are dense, but you see a brilliant flash of red light towards the direction of Salspitze.
Oh dear.
And then through the tree line, because the area where you're going is thins out a little bit, and in the distance you can see just the edge of Salspitze, because it's kind of on very flat land and everything through farmland and stuff. You can see the edge of Salspitze, and you can see what look like 3 large rocks falling from the sky. Not the birds, but boulders falling from the sky. And where they're falling, there's a jagged red crack in the sky. And 3 large flaming boulders descending towards Salspitze, and the 3 boulders slam into Salspitze, and there's a massive explosion, another flash of brilliant red light, and you feel a tremor echo across the ground, just, and a shockwave kind of comes soaring towards you. The trees kind of bend and break around you, and Carnifex kind of probably instinctively just but the trees get leveled kind of in this area of the forest you're in, and as the flash fades, you just see smoke rising and nothing standing where those boulders hit. And everyone else that's underground, you feel this massive tremor just shake through the ground, and pieces of the ceiling kind of collapse and fall away, but everyone is kind of safe. Nothing hits you guys. But yeah, there's a massive tremor. You all kind of stumble, and there's a large crack in the ceiling. It's like a...
Oh, we should go now. And I'm gonna pull Ogden up the stairs with me.
Thrawn just starts casting shape earth to kind of, or mold earth or whatever. He's kind of fixing the ceiling and everything.
No need to pull me. I'm running.
Alright, she'll let go.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm running.
Henry is running towards the village. Since he was-
Eclipse needs to have a very important conversation with Ogden, so he
Alright.
needs to stay alive.
So the two of you are booking at the stairs. Thrawn's gonna grab the orb, the sphere, and look at Baxter. What do you think we should do with it?
The 6-foot sphere?
Is
Yeah.
it clear?
It is
Or
not.
is it-
It's black. It's like, it looks like a big black marble. There's just nothing happening inside of it now.
It's vile. I think it should be destroyed.
All right. And it just shatters across the floor. And then Thrawn's like, okay, well, should probably go see what that tremor was.
Yes.
And he
Let's go.
starts racing up the stairs. Is Leah going? Is Leah following up the stairs?
Leah's following Thrawn and Baxter.
Okay. So, yeah, Henry, you're booking it towards the village. Okay. Yeah, you get to the village, and you can... Because, we weren't too far away when that shockwave hit, and you can see some of the buildings have been leveled. Not all of them. Thrawn's hut still stands. The hostel, the inn, still stands. A lot of the houses still stand, but some of the exterior buildings that were closest to the edge of the forest have been completely demolished, and there are people. They're not dead, but they're like on the ground, injured, and they're groaning, and they're getting up. They're like, "What was that?"
Henry will go over and like be trying to help people up. If there's like any rubble on top of anybody,
Yeah,
he'll try and
you
like,
help lift like rubble off of people, and they're like, "Oh, what was that? Did anyone see what happened?"
It looked like rocks from the sky destroyed Salspitze.
The sky is falling.
They kind of look at you like you're insane. Like, right.
That's what I saw. That's what happened.
And they kind of like get towards the edge of the forest, and they peer out, and they can just see nothing remains where Salspitze was, kind of on the horizon, and just smoke and fire kind of billowing up into the sky. And they're like, "Oh fuck!"
Yeah. Yes.
And yeah,
Quite.
you guys are hauling ass, so you guys get to the top of the stairs of the grave, and Thrawn kind of waves his hand, and the grave kind of slides back over and closes. And he's like, yes, okay, let's go see what that was. And he lights the lantern on his staff, and then goes back into the forest, running very quickly, 40 feet movement speed, just.
I'm gonna ignite the drift globe.
Okay.
Ogden.
Yes.
No, this thing.
Oh.
Yeah. And then start following Thrawn.
All right. As you guys start like running through the forest to catch up with Thrawn, you can see trees have been leveled and knocked over, like completely uprooted. Some have been snapped in half, like a massive shockwave ripped through the area. And as you guys get closer, you can see Roterstein Village in the distance. Some of the exterior huts on the southern side, where you guys came from, have been completely leveled. And you can see Henry kind of bent over, helping people up from the rubble. And others are kind of standing at the edge, kind of peering out in the direction of Salspitze.
Oh, what happened here? Was it that earthquake?
Salspitze is gone.
Gone.
Yes, 3
What?
massive flaming rocks from the sky descended from a red tear up above it and just.
No. Out of the way. Move, please.
It's a big
Kind of
village. You
shove
don't have.
people
I'm not.
aside.
And yeah, Baxter, you can get through and you can look in the direction, and you can see Salspitze is no longer there, and you just see smoke and fire rising up into the sky.
Is the red tear still there in the sky?
Yeah.
He's here.
How are these? How is this? This is. How are they
Asmodeus,
tied together?
he followed us here.
That was way too coincidental.
This could be entirely a coincidence, also.
Henry, we all know that this was not a coincidence.
It was Ash.
No.
No,
Ash,
why would he, like, Asmodeus doesn't know we exist, right?
You know, I think he would acknowledge the people who, started the motion for him to be set free from the 9 hells.
Fair, I forgot you did that.
Yeah.
But still,
You were a
why
little
would-
preoccupied.
Still, but there'd be no particular reason for him to put effort into, like, leveling a city on our behalf.
The less people he has to fight, the easier it is to conquer.
But why would he have to fight us if we're the ones that released him? Does he even know that we're on an opposing side to him?
We may or may not have sent a message in one way or another.
What kind of messages you send, Eclipse?
You know how Kalios is coming after us multiple times? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, apparently, he's an agent of Asmodeus, and his master has not taken very kindly to us disposing of his agent on this plane.
So every time we've been dealing with that backward-handed tiger asshole,
You said his name is Kalios?
we have been,
Yeah, that's the name he is shared with us.
in addition to the other one, whatever he went by.
Well, you guys know his true name now.
Oh yeah, no, I got his location in this book, but it's not really in the book. It's under Velakash the Sly. It's under, yeah. Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Well, you're telling me every time we got.
It says, because you looked up his location,
Yes, I did.
not too far away from the ship you were about to go after.
Wow.
And you would all clue in that Monkfish and Joseph went on that path alone.
But it took them about a week, and we've only been like a day, so they're like a seventh of the way there.
But you guys went through the Shade Road, and
Time is
Time
weird.
works
Thrawn,
differently.
Thrawn mentioned that there was some flux going on down that path.
That's true.
Yeah, so he may or may not be slowly following us everywhere we go. And
So every time we piss off that backward-handed tiger asshole, we have been also, you're telling me, aggravating not just a devil, but the devil.
It's quite possible, yes.
That would have been very good to know.
And honestly, I did not make the connection until now. So, you're learning this as I am.
Great.
Did we warn Monkfish and Joseph?
Nope. Or did you? Or are you saying?
No,
did
I'm
you,
asking if we should.
Oh, sorry.
Well, I think they know what he looks like, or at least familiar with him, since, well, at least Joseph was on the ship when he came and threatened me earlier, or the other ship.
Mm-hmm. Ogden, anything? Anyone else, anything to contribute to this interesting conversation?
I don't know what to say.
Plan of action, maybe, or
Well, other than move fast, I don't know what to contribute.
As you guys are talking, through that infernal tear in the sky, something starts to push through.
maybe we should head to that ship now.
Well, we might get intercepted by our old friend V the Sly.
Well, why don't we just kick his ass then? We've done it before.
Okay.
Honestly, I'd like to stay as far away from him as possible. Just until we deal with the whole, he owns a part of my soul thing. Just a personal preference. Oh, shit. Come on, we should go.
The crack starts to open, like the infernal scar kind of opens up a little wider, and you see what looks like a large. It looks like it'll take a while to push through, but you see what looks like a very large, probably mile-wide, big black iron spike wreathed in chains, just slowly pushing through. And Carnifex would recognize that.
That's not good.
You know what? I'd rather fight Kalios than that thing. So let's go.
Yes, I think I have words for this one as well.
Thrawn, would you mind putting us back at the hut?
I could teleport you to the ship if I know its location.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Well, yes.
I can tell you exactly where it is.
But don't you want to find your friends, Joseph and the Monkfish man?
Well, we don't know. We don't know exactly where they are. I don't think we have a means of contacting them.
I can contact them. And
Oh, that would work perfect. That would be lovely.
Okay.
I could scry on them as well.
If you are dealing with Asmodeus, maybe a scry would be the safer bet in case he's listening in. Archdevils can listen in on that kind of thing with ease.
Of course they can.
Oh. And I'm just gonna, shoot a glance at Ogden. Just remembering that his recent news that he got from a certain someone.
Well, shit.
So what are we doing? Am I teleporting you to the ship? Or are we looking for your friends?
Perhaps we should make to the ship first, and then, if needed, we can scry to find them and then seek them out and bring them to the ship.
I agree with that plan.
All right. Everyone gather around.
All right.
Kumbaya.
And as you kind of gather on, you can see that what's pushing out the infernal crack in the sky is getting bigger and bigger, but it's a very slow process.
Ooh, actually, hold on. Mr. Boon.
Yeah.
You can move images from one person's mind to another, yes?
Sure, yeah.
Could you teleport to somewhere that I have seen
Yes,
and then show it to you?
if I can see the location.
Alright. I need 10
it-
minutes.
It might not be 100% accurate, but
I need 10 minutes. Give me
Okay.
time.
okay. Hold on 1 second, and he's gonna rush around, and I'm going to tell everyone to get safe. And he kind of touches his throat, and you hear him just a booming voice echo out, and he says, "Everyone get to the graves. The protections there should keep you safe." And then you can see a bunch of the citizens start rushing off towards the graves.
Yeah, Baxter's gonna start scrying on Monkfish.
Okay.
Takes 10 minutes to cast, though.
It does, but there is also a saving throw tied to it, because they don't know they're being scryed.
Oh, I should have done it to the kid then. I would have known that, right?
You would have known that.
Alright, I probably would have scryed on the kid then.
Okay.
Being as it's just a kid.
Yes. Give me 1 second.
Henry,
Yes.
since I know you couldn't come with us, and Lee's gonna take one of the flower crowns she made and like hold it up to him.
Aw.
I made you a crown of the flowers from the graves.
Oh, thank you very much. This seems very, very appropriate for what's happening right now. But I'll take it, yes.
Life, death, rebirth, and like she'll put it up to like try to like put it on his
Yeah,
head.
he'll
and
bend
obviously
down, yeah.
Puts it on top. You know, the blue and the orange really bring out the color of your hair.
Yeah, so that more of that object is kind of coming through the crack, and now you can see more of it, more of these iron spikes with chains connected to them, and you swear you can see windows and doors all over it. It looks very much like a fortress, but also a city coming through. And Carnifex would recognize that as Malshim, the fortress city that Asmodeus is within.
Oh yeah, that. Sorry, wrong voice. Oh yeah, that's Asmodeus right there.
And as you're doing this, Baxter, your scry goes off. You see Joseph clutched under the arm of a Rakshasa, and Velakash is standing with a very long orange blade in Monkfish's torso, and he just pulls it out and just smiles and disappears with Joseph.
Mr. Boon,
Yeah.
I will allow this mind thing that I've seen
sorry.
you do.
There's details I missed. You didn't see the Tortelladons, and kind of in the distance, kind of hidden in some rocks, was a very big white ship that looked like it generates kind of like the sails were kind of like covered in like fake ice and stuff.
Did that disappear as well?
The ship? No. Just Joseph and the Rakshasa holding him.
I'm going to convey the details while Ogden gets the visuals.
Yep.
Oh, son of a... Why?
Hey, worst case scenario, you don't have to pay the kid anymore.
I feel a little bit responsible. Good Lord, Eclipse.
I'm just saying.
What saying? What? That you're a terrible person?
I did say worst case scenario, okay?
Why is that a good worst case scenario to bring up? How is that at all helpful?
Well, you've already lost 2 of your siblings. Just think of it as a third.
No, I lost my...
Everyone, be quiet. for a second. And Thrawn kind of points up. Thrawn kind of points up towards the fortress city. And you can see big motes of fire kind of swirling around it, very similar to the flashes of light that Henry saw before those rocks hit.
That's not a good thing.
Also, sorry, what's Ogden Boon doing? Real quick, you said you were doing something.
Checking the location of Velakash
Velakash.
in the book.
One sec.
Yeah, because my scribe would have probably moved with Joseph if he stayed on this plane.
That's why it ended. It did not go to he went to a different plane. Nessus, the 9th layer of the 9 hells. No, sorry, Dis, the 2nd layer.
I suppose there's a change of plans involved with that information. No use in teleporting there. Nothing's there to get. Strange ship, though.
Well,
That would be the ship we've been mentioning.
Oh, so they were close.
Yes.
Well, and also, we don't know. You said that you just saw Monkfish was stabbed. We don't know if we don't know his current health. Let's not just leave a man dead or for dead. We have ways of sustaining or stabilizing.
Let's go. Why waste time?
Thrawn just says now, and as he says now, he gestures towards the city again, and you see 3 large boulders hurtling towards Roterstein Village.
Oh, lordy.
Let's go.
And Thrawn reaches out his arms, waiting for everyone to kind of grab on. And he casts teleport. And that's where we're going to go to our break, as you all just teleport away. Break time! We'll see you all in about 5 minutes. See you soon. Hi, everybody. We're back to Beneath the Tide, episode 60. And what an episode 60. So, Thrawn teleports you all to the location. And you all appear without any mishaps or issues. And you bamf right in front of Monkfish, who's kind of leaned up against a rock. And you can see he's doing his best to kind of hold in his insides. And his skin has gone very, very ashen white and pale, like he's on the cusp. And he's just like, he's kind of like fading in and out of consciousness.
I'm gonna.
Leah?
Leah's gonna run up to him and healing word at the 4th level.
Okay. So you like, just run up to him, healing word him, and his eyes open briefly, and he's just like, and you can kind of see the wound on his chest, on his stomach close, where he was nearly disemboweled. And he just says, "Oh, hey guys."
Hey.
Afternoon.
What happened?
Me and Joseph got here, but there's 2 people waiting for us.
You?
Yeah, there was this Rakshasa. He doesn't know what Rakshasa is because he's never met Belakash. There's like this tiger guy, but he had like backwards hands, really weird. And he was with this undead looking dragonborn lady, and I tried to like do something, but he gestures where he was like nearly disemboweled.
Yeah, it's okay. Just rest easy. We're gonna fix this.
Was like impossible to hit. Like he was there 1 second, but not there the other. And then the dragonborn lady kind of froze me in place, and he stabbed me, took the kid, and vanished.
We should get to the ship quickly.
I think she went towards the ship.
Yes, that's why I was saying we should get towards the ship.
Oh, bollocks.
Do you mind if I just sit here and just take a breather? I'm not exactly raring to go.
Yes, you rest here. We'll come back for you.
Thrawn's just like, I'll look after him.
Thank you.
And Thrawn just like puts his hands up and starts like doing some like healing stuff to Monkfish.
Ash says, "So, is this where I get to meet the pirate queen you all killed?"
Yep.
Oh, fun.
And you guys can see the mouth of this kind of cave, and kind of in the cave you can kind of see the glint of an ice-covered mast or sail.
Well, who's up for round 2? And I'm just gonna take out my dagger and my short sword, loosen up, and then start going.
What does this person do? What can they do?
Powerful spellcaster, if I remember correctly. She disintegrated Eclipse.
Okay.
Has anyone learned counterspell since then? Oh wait, Ogden has counterspell, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Any plans?
Eclipse has just started off towards the ship.
Okay.
Yeah. Just going in hot.
Follow after the foolhardy feline is what I say.
I'm assuming Henry is here as well. Henry obviously would have teleported with Thrawn, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he was
Henry's back
talking.
in Roterstein. just
Henry,
like-
no, Henry's the one that was like, "You
Henry
should get
gets
towards the
blown
ship," because he
away.
recognized the
Yes.
description of
Yes.
And
yeah.
that's how we get rid of Henry.
But yeah, Eclipse is just starting already into the cave, and it looks like she's scowling a little bit. Just what's everyone else doing?
Going towards the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Going towards the ship is what Ogden Boon is doing.
Okay.
Henry is going to. Let me check the duration on that. Oh yeah, Henry is going to Armor of Agathis himself.
Okay.
Ogden Boon will be casting Mage Armor.
Okay. Baxter and Leah, what are you guys doing?
Leah's got her staff and she's looking at everybody and as they're casting their armor and she's following Eclipse.
Baxter's staying in the back.
Okay.
Kind of not directly behind other people, but kind of like if everybody's walking in a line, Baxter is not on the line.
Okay. You guys kind of start slowly walking into the cave, and as you do so, the temperature drops significantly. This continent isn't super warm anyway. It's very, like, Eastern European, very Russia-like with cold. But this drops significantly to being like below freezing. You can see your breath, and you can see kind of some of the water in this cave, like where puddles are, have kind of like frozen over. And most of this cold is kind of emanating from the ship. So much that an aura of like cold mist is just swirling around the ship at this point.
As soon as I see the ship, I'm just gonna shout, Captain Quakeson! You ready to do this again?
You are the worst rogue. Don't you sneak?
And kind of
Swashbuckle.
stepping out of the mist.
What does that mean?
The mist kind of coalesces and forms into the shape of this dragonborn-esque looking individual. Undead, flesh kind of hanging off in places. One other half is all skeletal. There's like a glowing red eye in the one socket. And she's got this massive red gauntlet made of like iron kind of on her left arm, ending in hooked claws. And there's like a swirling mote of fire kind of embedded in the back of the hand of that gauntlet. And she just, the mist coalesces and takes her form. And she just stands there.
I've had enough hiding. And I'm gonna activate the Dagger of Venom.
Okay.
And just kind of like, I guess, stare her down. Them.
Yeah, she just keeps staring at you guys, not moving, not saying anything, just staring.
I don't actually know what to do next. Do we just keep staring at each other?
Yeah, what? This was... What? Buckle her swashbuckler.
Alright, with that, I'm gonna throw the dagger at...
And Baxter's gonna do a hex on her at the same
Okay.
time.
Eclipse, roll the attack roll first.
Oh yeah. 26.
26 hits. As the dagger hits her in the chest, she kind of smiles, and the body turns to snowflakes, and the mist forms again around the ship. Just,
Okay, so it didn't work.
and your hex goes off.
Oh, it does?
Yes, because you cast it.
But
You said at the same time as Eclipse threw the dagger.
right, but if there wasn't an actual target there, there's no target then for me to do it.
There was a target, but okay.
Okay. Sorry.
Wait, so if there is a target, then is she hexed?
Well, it has to be on a creature. If that wasn't actually a creature,
Oh,
then it
sorry.
wouldn't have-
Then, never mind.
Sorry.
Well, that's fun.
I'm gonna go to where my dagger landed and
Okay,
Pick it up,
that's in the
like-
mist.
I'm gonna get to the edge of the mist and then pause and look back at everyone,
Okay.
looking for like any sign of what to do, if they're gonna stop me, if they're gonna do anything else.
Why don't I actually? Henry's gonna step up into the mist and go get the dagger.
As soon as you touch the mist, I need a Constitution saving throw.
Is it cold damage?
It's a cold effect, not damage.
Oh, okay, because Henry is resistant to cold because he has cold snap. if that has an effect.
So just roll with advantage then.
Okay.
Henry has cold snap.
Yeah.
Ice devil? Chain devil.
That is a 15.
15.
I see change.
Okay. Your movement
No
speed
tires.
is reduced by half.
Oh dear. Oh dear. All right. It's a bit chilly. But it doesn't. Do I feel like it? Did I pass it or did I fail it?
You failed it.
Okay. Okay. Well, it's a bit chilly. It's a bit slow moving, but other than that, it's not painful.
And as you're standing there, Henry, you kind of see a face appear briefly in the mist and just smile at you and go, "Hello, lawyer," and then it disappears.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
I'm gonna go in after Henry and try to find
All right.
the dagger.
You step into the mist. I need a Constitution saving throw.
15.
Your speed is reduced by half.
Yeah, figured.
As you can feel your joints start to like lock up and freeze.
Oh,
Friends.
shit, it's
Friends.
cold.
Leah's gonna
What,
get up.
Oh, sorry.
Leah's gonna get up to the edge, not going into the mist, and she's going to cast. What's it called? Control winds and produce an updraft to try to get all. It's like a 300 by 100 foot cube, and get the mist all above everybody, like
Okay.
that range.
The mist rises up to the ceiling. The two of you, all your joints are still frozen for a minute, and the
Oof.
mist just goes up to the ceiling and it starts to swirl around on the ceiling because it has nowhere to go. And as the mist rises, you see frozen individuals just dotting this cave. Frozen figures just frozen in place. About 50 or so. And you can see the ship in the back. It doesn't appear like anyone's on the top of it.
I am going to kill her.
How frozen do the frozen like how thickly frozen do the individuals look?
Couple inches, like a couple inch layer of ice on top.
Okay, so there's like they're not moving.
They're frozen solid.
Okay.
Like permafrost.
Yeah.
If you could kill her,
And like Leah's like doing it. It's like,
if you could kill her within the next hour, Eclipse, that would probably be the most, the best route for me, at least.
I think we can manage that.
Friends, what are we doing here? Is this just for the ship?
More or less.
Why not just walk away?
We don't have a ship otherwise. This is our only option for getting off this continent.
And technically, now we owe this ship to someone else, so we have to.
Is he alive still, actually?
You did see.
Well, and that is one way to get out of a debt.
You did see Salspitze get leveled, and that's where his place of business was.
Either way. Also, this woman assisted in the kidnapping of my employee.
And killed me.
Alright,
And
well, I just
if I'm
figured
not
this
mistaken,
looks pretty dire.
she is very close to the person who's trying to, really ruin our day and world. Currently, squeezing in. So if we could cripple his one of his lieutenants or take it out of effect, I don't know.
Yeah, probably don't want her just like hanging out around and in there. Yeah, if we could get rid of her and make sure that she's not a problem, that would be probably for the best.
Well, didn't you say you'd killed her before?
Well, killing her again certainly can't hurt.
Alright.
Has this conversation been long enough for the effects of that?
Yeah, you guys are no
to
longer.
wear
You
off?
guys are no longer like frozen at the joints. Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna start. I guess I'll sneak onto the ship.
Well, I mean, do what you want. I'm just saying, it seems like the kind of thing you would do. While they're having that conversation, Henry's going to go around with the flail at the behest of Carnifex and just start smashing frozen people.
Okay. Yeah.
aiming for the joints, trying to keep large bones intact inside the ice.
Okay. You can easily do that.
What's your play here?
Just wait a second. Just give me a minute.
All right.
You start
Just trust me.
these statues. They look like just different assortments of people. Nothing really stands out. Eclipse, give me a stealth check.
Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna use my brand new die. D20.
Sure.
You. It was a natural 2, but because of my level up, I can't roll lower than a 10. So, let me just roll again to see if I can.
Okay.
No, yeah. So it's bare minimum 26.
Okay. You sneak up onto the Winter's Kiss.
May I?
And it is ice cold as you walk across it. Like it's all covered in ice.
I'd like to climb into one of the middle decks through a porthole or a cannon hole.
Yeah, we'll get to that. What's up, Ogden?
I'd like to use the third eye. Takes 1 action to do, so 6
sure.
seconds to cast see invisible creatures or objects.
Okay.
Within 10 feet of me that are within my line of sight.
Nothing within your line of sight. Nothing within that radius yet.
Great. Oh, and that's good for 20 or for
24 hours
till the
right?
next morning, or when I take a rest.
Yeah.
But just wanted to put that on.
Also, the Winter's Kiss looks like you'll need a crew to manage it well. It's much larger than the Void Maw.
Mm-hmm. Has Henry's... Oh, sorry.
What's up?
Has Henry successfully smashed 5 ice people?
I'll say in the span of it took Eclipse getting into the ship, yeah.
All right. You just hear Carnifex going. As an action, he's going to cast Danse Macabre. So chain-like tendrils of energy shoot out at the 5 people that he killed and reanimates them as skeletons.
Okay.
Under his control.
Alrighty. And all these people were already dead, so.
I assumed, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, five skeletons just kind of...
Just caked in ice.
Yeah, kind of just pull themselves free of the flesh. And they're just standing there all around Henry.
All right, soldiers, follow us to the ship.
All right, you guys make your way towards Henry, and his skeletons make their way towards the ship. Anyone else going towards the ship?
Baxter's picking up the rear.
Okay. And Eclipse, you're trying to climb through a porthole.
Mm-hmm.
The closest porthole you can climb, because this is a big ship,
Yeah.
is about 30 feet up.
I have a 20-foot climbing speed.
Yeah,
So can
so
I
you
just
can-
take 12 seconds to climb up there?
Easily.
So, yeah.
Porthole's closed.
Is there an open one that I can
No.
see? No?
No.
Alright. I'm gonna try to open it up.
Okay, you pull, and it kind of
Yeah.
cracks a little bit of the ice around it, and you can pull it open.
Great.
You get the idea. It's push open.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay,
you can.
I'm gonna,
you pull to get it open,
Cool.
and it's just pitch black inside.
Alright. I'm going to climb in.
Mm-hmm.
I do have dark vision, so can I see anything? Or is it magical?
On this deck, no, nothing on this deck. It looks like this might have been like the crew quarters. There's like hammocks and everything, but you don't see anything else on this deck.
Okay. I'm gonna stealth my way up to the main deck.
Still being quiet?
Yeah.
Another stealth check, please.
26.
26? Yeah. You get up to the main deck. Everyone else is kind of approaching. There is no gangplank down to get onto the ship. And the top deck is about 60 feet up. Big ship. Yeah, Eclipse, you get to the main deck and you can see The mast covered in ice. There's more of these frozen figures on the deck of the ship, these frozen statues, and you can see the door that leads into the captain's quarters underneath these two kind of staircases that go up to the wheel, the helm.
Okay. I'm gonna try to find something I can use to let down so that the others can climb up.
You see a what's the word I'm looking for? There's a kind of like a rope ladder,
Okay.
kind of rolled up next to the side of the ship. That you kind of you just got to push it over the side and it unravels itself. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna send that down for
Okay, so
everyone
you guys
else.
see Eclipse kind of push this rope ladder over and it just unfurls all the way down.
And then I'm gonna approach the doors to the captain's quarters, but not knock or go in yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait for everyone else to climb up.
What's everyone else doing? You see this rope ladder kind of unfurl just in front of you, just. And you can see more of those frozen statues kind of on the top deck. And there's also one in the crow's nest that you can see.
Shall we begin climbing?
After you, yeah.
Should I send the fellows up first, so just in case there's traps or something?
I like that idea.
All right, up the ladder, all of you.
The skeletons just start crawling up Pirates of the Caribbean style, just.
My, that's unnerving, but useful.
And Eclipse, you see 5 skeletons approach you. And you hear Henry say, "Up there, fellas."
Cool.
Yeah.
Excellent. I'm just gonna raise an eyebrow and then signal to start searching the surface of the deck.
I mean, I go up right behind. Henry goes up right behind them.
Okay, cool.
As soon as the last one is up, he's gonna go up after him.
Cool.
What about everybody else?
Then Ogden will go up after Henry, because I said after you, and I'll follow him. Ash, are you coming?
Oh yeah, right behind you.
Behind me. Just laughing a little. All right.
Who's behind Ash?
I'm never gonna let you live this down. By the way.
Live what down?
That I went ahead of you on this dangerous mission.
Look, it's a ladder, all right? It's not that deep.
It's a ladder.
No, fair. That's fair. But now I'm the ladder king.
All right, Captain of Ladders. We'll add it to your titles.
Oh, what joy!
All right, so yeah, Ash is climbing up. Who's behind Ash?
Leah can go behind
Okay,
Ash.
so Leah starts climbing up.
Yeah, and then Baxter's picking up the rear.
Okay, you guys all get to the deck. On top of the deck, you can see about 5 more of these frozen figures, and then one in the crow's nest. And Eclipse is kind of standing by the doors to the captain's quarters.
All right. And on 3, I'm gonna kick open the doors or yank them open.
Okay.
Whatever.
As
style
soon
they're
as
at.
you yank open the doors, there's a blast of cold wind that comes out of the doors. I
Wonderful.
need Eclipse, the skeletons, to all make, I believe, Constitution saving throws. As a cone of cold erupts out of the doors.
Oh, that's a 7.
That's a fail.
I'm so great at con saves.
Hopefully, I didn't just waste this. Wait. I didn't. Wait, did Eclipse? Wait, how did this go? It's just the skeletons are in the way, or?
Oh, sorry. Just Eclipse makes the con save. The skeletons wouldn't be in that area yet. All right, Eclipse, you got a 7?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's a big fat fail.
You take 34 points of cold damage. Just
Cone of cold is rough.
34.
and you don't see anything in the captain's quarters. You just see a table.
Of course it was freaking trapped. I'm such a dumbass.
But you don't see anything in there. Everything's been picked clean, any treasure that was left behind by Monroe, long gone. The bed's been stripped bare, and there's no sign of her in there either.
She's not here.
All right, we'll keep looking then. Sure, she's around here somewhere.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna pop open a potion, chug it down.
Okay.
Just gonna get some of those hit points back, I guess.
And just a reminder, everybody has a good berry from Thrawn in case you need to pop one.
Okay.
They heal 1 hit point, right?
Yeah, but
Okay. Do you need to bring someone up from unconscious or
yes,
something?
if you don't want
Yeah.
to waste a potion specifically.
I'm gonna... No, I'll use the greater healing potion. 44.
What's everybody else doing while Eclipse just gets blasted by this cone of cold?
On the deck, do I see the armaments or anything?
Yeah,
Like just what's...
cannons are still there's on the top deck there's no cannons, but you can kind of see on the lower decks where cannons would have like come out of.
Okay.
So the cannons look like, well, you wouldn't have seen the cannons, but you would have seen like the doors that swivel open where the cannons come out of.
Okay. Are there any ballista
No,
or...
nothing on the top deck.
Do the frozen statues have weapons?
They do.
The frozen people?
They do.
Okay. So my skeletons have, like, the basic weapons of a skeleton?
Correct.
Okay.
They use the skeleton stat block, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know if they had the weapons for that, if they had to just
Yeah.
do unarmed.
Yep.
Okay.
So there are frozen skeletons on deck, yes?
Frozen figures. They don't look like skeletons. Ash rose
Oh, sorry.
skeletons from their corpses. Or Henry,
yes, and
Henry.
they freed themselves, yeah.
Yeah.
On those frozen people, are there weapons?
Yeah, they're kind of frozen into the statues. Like, not statues, but they're like frozen beneath the ice as well.
Okay. Can I cast a firebolt to melt some stuff and get to those weapons? Like, I'm looking for like a pistol or
Oh, yeah.
like a sword.
Perception. If you're looking for a pistol, give me a perception check.
Perception. I'm looking for a couple, like, just a couple of items, you know. Ooh, baby. 12?
One of these statues has a pistol at their side. It's a standard, like, flintlock pistol.
Okay.
The rest have just, like, what look like just standard, mundane cutlasses.
Okay. I want to collect 3 of those cutlasses.
Okay. So you can spend, you can spend a few minutes trying to, like, melt the ice on these figures. What's everybody else doing? Well, Ogden's trying to melt some figures and get their cutlasses and stuff.
Henry or Carnifex will say, "All right, spread out on the deck, boys. Stay in line of sight, but search for a dragonborn."
Alright, Leah and Baxter doing anything?
Leah's pulling up the rope ladder after
Okay.
Baxter came behind her.
Okay. Little Baxter and yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm-
Baxter's just holding his action to attack anything that pops up that looks bad.
Okay. And what about Ash?
Yeah, similar to Baxter, just has Lore Weaver out and ready to stab.
Okay.
Similar to Henry, I want to cast Tiny Servant on those 3 cutlasses
Okay.
and try and bird dog.
Since they have blind sense.
Monroe
Oh,
Queens.
that's right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Alright. Yeah. So, you
So-
animate these 3
so-
little cutlasses and they pop to life.
So they have arms and legs, and they're running around.
And they're kind of scurrying around the deck looking for things.
I want them up in the raptor to do it, like trying to.
Yeah.
So
One
now
of them climbs up into the crow's nest to look around.
Casting Tiny Servant is worth it just for Justin's Tiny Servant noises alone.
Oh.
That's another one.
So yeah, nothing's popping off, nothing's happening. The mist is still being concentrated by Leah up in the ceiling of the cave, which is about 80 feet up. There's like a bunch of like frozen stalactites hanging down, and the mist is kind of like just swirling around in there.
So
Can
yes,
Druid
best thing.
use a gun? Leah's obviously looking at these people. She saw like there was a pistol. Can druids use guns?
You need firearm proficiency, so no.
Okay, thank you. Just didn't know.
So
I believe they can't use metal either, but I'm not.
they can if they want. They just don't wear metal armor.
Okay, cool.
Baxter, what were you saying?
So should we get out of this death trap, try and maneuver this ship out with what little we have?
Yeah, I don't see how we can do it any other way. See, we have a few extra hands.
I've never been on a ship like this before, so tell me what to do.
Alright, well, Captain of Navigation, I think you should take the helm, and, I guess I'll stop working on the rigging. Ogden, help me with the rigging. I can show you how to undo all these knots and how to let the sails go. All right, let's go. And I'm just be like, everyone, kind of like everyone to their stations, I guess.
Baxter stays in place.
Like, next to you with me is what.
Oh.
You're gonna help me get these sails down.
Oh, I thought you said Ogden.
Oh, I definitely meant Baxter.
All right, so what's everyone else doing?
Ash will, if we're trying to move the ship, Ash will, hop to. He's been on a ship before. He'll try and help.
Okay.
And Henry will be like, well, tell me if you need 6 extra hands. I've got them.
Same. I've got 3 sets of tiny little hands and feet that can start untying. I'll be very specific with my verbiage. Untying sail riggings.
And they're like running around like untying. They're crawling up the sails and stuff, kind of untying things.
So we have a crew.
You would need a much
Yes.
bigger crew than this to handle this ship.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We have the start of a crew.
We have 5. We have
Skeletons.
12 people.
Yeah.
People.
It's,
We
very
have-
literally a skeleton crew.
Oh,
Should
should
Do
someone
we need to?
should someone go get monkfish?
All right, I'll go do it.
The ladder.
Alright.
Leah has rolled the ladder back up.
Ash will just walk over, kick the ladder over the edge, climb down,
Okay. And start making your back
run
to
over to get
monkfish.
monkfish.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get outside and he's still he's still splayed up against the rock. Thrawn is still kind of healing him a little bit, and then it looks like monkfish is a little better, but not anywhere near like full capacity. Kind of. He looks rough still.
All right, we're taking the ship out of here, so come on, and I'll just pick him up.
Okay, you pick him. He's like, oh, okay. And then Thrawn is just gonna be like, well, I can't leave my people behind.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, if you want to head back, thank you for all of your assistance
He
and
sent them
everything.
to the graves, which were safe. So he's right. Good luck, I guess.
Yeah, we'll probably need it.
And he just casts teleport again and gone.
All right, monkfish. Let's go. Just put him over my
God.
shoulder.
Damn it!
Come on.
Still tender there.
Well, other shoulder then.
Oh, okay, let's go. Come on.
All right, I'll just head off. He is nowhere nearby encumbered. Wait.
No, he's very light.
Oh, you're light for a big guy.
I'm a monk. What else am I? Whatever.
Is that all right?
I don't know.
Ash will just be hurrying along.
Okay. You guys see Ash coming back with monkfish kind of over his shoulders.
Get up to the ladder, start climbing it one-handed.
Yep. You guys start like getting the ship ready. The sails are fully down now, untethered. There is no anchor that's been down. The ship is just floating on some water. Which actually, that water is frozen. My bad. All the water in here is currently frozen solid.
Well, that's an issue.
I think I might be able to help. And I'm gonna pull out my potion of fire breathing that I still have, or fire breath.
Okay.
Oh, it's within 30 feet. Could it go all the way down to in front of the ship?
No.
No? Alright.
Not from here.
I can
I'll lower you
cast,
down on a rope.
Fire. I can cast Firebolt.
We'll do that. Save
Well,
the potion.
Like,
To
So
break
how
up
much-
ice, right?
yeah, how much water is it?
It looks like 6 feet.
6 feet thick?
Yeah.
Oh,
Out of ice.
Can I cast Firebolt on it?
You can certainly try.
I would love to try to cast Firebolt on the ice in front of the ship
All right.
to break it free.
A firebolt goes sailing down, hits the ice. Doesn't amount to much.
Well, unless we have some other things in mind, looks like this ship is a bust.
I drop off Monkfish.
Oh, man.
All right, hang on. Hold on. Climb back down.
Mm-hmm.
Take my magic pike or glaive, which I don't remember what kind of weapon it is.
Pike.
A magic pike, and with giant strength, start stabbing into the ice.
Yeah, give me strength checks for those.
I think I can only keep rage for like 1 round because I'm not being attacked.
Athletics, actually.
Okay.
Can I shout, what's it called? Like, inspirational expletives at him? Like, yeah, Ash, you got it! And give him the help action.
Sure, roll with advantage.
Okay. That's a 24 on athletics.
You break away about a 1 foot sized chunk. Just.
Like 1 foot. This much?
And deep.
Oh, okay. Well, this is gonna take a while.
Yeah, it's about 6 feet deep.
Yeah.
Is
Leg
there
day
water
for Ash.
below that 6 feet?
Doesn't see any.
Oh, it's just 6 feet. Wait, this whole ship it was sitting in 6 feet of water?
Oh.
Yeah. So, perhaps.
If only we had that magic bottle that you could put ships inside and transport easily.
Ogden, maybe now's a good time to discuss the news?
Ash is. Oh, never mind. Ash is near you guys. Yeah.
I mean, I was like within
Yeah,
earshot
yeah.
to encourage him. So,
I don't know if everyone here is. I know.
well, do you have any ideas about this? I mean, Noose had the magic bottle. If we could get to Noose, we could.
Sorry, could you repeat that? I'm actually only getting about every 5th word.
Oh, okay. Well, Noose had the magic bottle, and if we could get to Noose, we could get this ship free and out of here.
Wait, so are we just sorry, I'm missing parts of this, so now I can't have the nuance of a conversation that needs to be slowly disseminated. I'm only getting a little bit of it, so now I'm like, so it's just everybody knows? I missed it. I missed part of that. Does everyone know?
I was hoping to say it when people weren't paying. I was hoping to say it like quietly and away from everyone.
Yeah.
Like after Ash says, if only we had a magic bottle, I'm gonna like go over to Ogden and like,
So we are having a private conversation.
yeah.
Is that what it's being ruled as?
Yes.
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 Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
You said yeah.
Yeah.
Because if it's being ruled as a private conversation, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But if it's not, and I would know that, then I wouldn't want to have that conversation in front of everybody.
Very much a private conversation.
Yeah, I don't know how quickly you can planes shift, but it's something that takes me a little bit. I don't have the ability, but if I'm not mistaken, you're becoming quite chummy with a deity.
You have a spell scroll of plane shift.
Sorry.
I believe you have a spell scroll plane shift.
Oh, I do. I do have that.
Odd question.
Great.
Is it possible to plane shift us and the ship? No? Alright.
I don't know for sure.
That would have been useful. And also, I am not chummy with a certain deity. He didn't respond at all.
Oh. I'm sorry.
We can discuss that more later. Right now, we need to figure out a way to get the ship free.
Yeah. Agreed. Because fire is not working.
Neither is. Oh no, I can't hear this.
Nope.
Ash is still down there, just.
How you doing, Ash?
Not going great.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hey.
I might be wrong, but we haven't seen that person since our friend Leah trapped that fog at the top. You think that they are currently stuck up there?
That
with the
would be
fog.
so funny.
And that is why we haven't encountered them yet.
I mean, I don't know much about magic, so I guess it's possible.
Quick, Justin, how condensed is the fog up at the top of the ceiling?
Pretty condensed.
Hey, Ogden.
Yeah.
You think you could hit all that fog in a fireball up there?
Oh, I could definitely hit it with a fireball. What do you think, my dude? You want me to try one?
I mean, if she's stuck up there in the ice fog, and I don't know, hitting her with a fireball seems like it can't hurt.
Oh, I like where your head's at. Let's do it.
Or we could try
I
to
wanna-
put some of it in the bag of devouring.
I don't know how he'd put fog in a bag.
We have done stranger things, haven't we?
Well,
I mean,
couldn't Leah just like funnel it in?
Well, if we could get it into a bottle and throw that bottle in the bag.
Ogden, we don't have the magic bottle.
No, not that bottle. I'm saying any bottle.
How do we get it in the? If we can get it in a bottle, we can get it in the bag.
Leah, how much
Well,
longer do you have on your... Are you able to hold that?
About half an hour, based on how everything's been done and it's whatnot.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast a fireball on that.
Okay.
On the mist.
So first off, Leah, what did you say to Baxter?
I just said, about half an hour, Baxter.
Alright, if that is what I think it is, we should do what we can to mess that up, maybe.
Okay.
Baxter's just gonna, like, do a couple Eldritch Blasts if they look like it wouldn't disrupt, like, the ceiling and send debris down on us. Like, just in... Or is it that just... Or does it cover that?
It looks like Eldritch Blast will be fine. It looks like a fireball might be iffy.
Wait, so I have cast fireball. You guys heard that, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Okay, so a fireball goes rocketing up towards the ceiling and explodes in the mist, and cave debris does start to fall from the ceiling.
Oh lordy.
Everyone in the captain's quarters.
So everyone on the deck of the ship, dexterity saving throws.
Oh.
Is it not being held up by that wind?
No.
Or even getting disrupted?
No.
Any parts of it?
These are
Sweet.
big hunks of like ceiling that are falling.
Cool.
So everyone needs to make
Cool.
dex saves. Even the skeletons and
Oh.
I'll say the little servants are small enough that it doesn't matter to them. They can just easily just avoid it, but everyone else dex saves, including the skeletons. Oh,
29 for Eclipse.
cool. I'll ask everybody in a second because I need to look up this. Okay. How much for Eclipse?
29.
29. Okay, that's a success. You dive into the captain's quarters. Baxter,
I got a natural 20, so 24.
you also dive into the captain's quarters. Following Eclipse. Ogden Boon.
11.
11 fails. You take
Path?
29 points of bludgeoning damage. A big piece of rock just...
All right.
Henry.
16.
16 succeeds. You leap into the captain's quarters following everybody because the debris is just cascading on the ship. Ash.
Ash is still down on the. You said everyone on the deck of the ship. He's not on the deck of the ship.
Correct. Leah.
What's going on
Dirty
up there?
20.
Dirty 20. You also dive into the captain's quarters. Ogden Boon is the only... Oh, and the skeletons.
Let me look up the dexterity bonus of a skeleton, and I'll roll. Okay, +2, nice. And they're probably gonna get destroyed if they fail. So, first one, 17.
Succeeds.
Second one, 17.
Succeeds.
Third one, 21.
Succeeds.
Fourth one,
Whoa.
13.
Fails. Takes 29 points of bludgeoning damage.
Gone. And last one is a nat 1.
29 points of bludgeoning damage. So two of the skeletons get destroyed. The ice figures on the deck of the ship also get destroyed. The one in the crow's nest gets destroyed, and Ogden Boon gets hit by a huge hunk of ceiling. Just
Is Ogden inside?
no, he's on the deck of the ship.
Alright, I'm gonna run out and try to help Ogden back in.
You can easily do that. And as
Okay.
the smoke clears, Ash, you hear this explosion. And you see the ceiling collapse onto the deck of the ship. And you can kind
What the
of
hell?
you can kind of see sunlight coming through the hole. And the cloud of mist is just gone.
Well, all right.
Oh, sorry, Ogden, roll damage for that fireball. My bad.
Roll some gamma.
I don't think you heard
Damage for the fireball, Gabe. If you didn't hear that.
I think he's frozen.
Gabe?
Oh no!
Caleb, can you hear me?
Not really.
Okay, well, you roll damage for the fireball.
Oh, sure.
How is his internet so much worse than yours?
iPad, maybe?
I mean, iPad worked last week.
Well, the weird thing is like his video isn't screwing up.
Yeah.
He's just not getting people's audio. It seems like.
Maybe he's muted on Zoom. No.
Maybe it's the headphones?
That's what I was thinking. Like maybe his headphones are acting up.
25 damage.
Yes, the smoke is just gone. There's a big hole of sunlight in the ceiling.
Looking at the ship, is it mostly made out of wood? Is there metal?
Mostly,
like what's going
it's a
on?
combination of wood and metal.
What's the bottom of the ship looking like?
You can't tell from here.
Baxter's gonna just start casting Tiny Hut on the deck of the ship. Well, if we are set on, planting it here and working this out, I'll see if we can't get some cover for anything else that might pop up.
Ash is still down picking at the ice, right?
Correct.
Leah's gonna go over to the side and yell down at him.
Ash, what's the bottom look like?
The bottom of what?
The ship.
What does it look like?
Relatively intact. Some minor, like, scrapes and stuff, but relatively okay.
A little dinged up, but not bad.
Does it look like metal? Does it look like wood?
Combination of both.
Combination of the two.
Leah's going to. Okay. Leah's going to look over the side of the ship,
Mm-hmm.
kind of look, and she's going. Actually, she's gonna wait for
Ash, get on the ship. I have an idea.
All right.
Ash
Climb
starts
back
climbing
up
up the
on the ship.
ladder.
Yeah.
Guys, I have an idea. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, at
Yeah.
this point, I'll take anything.
Sure.
If I can heat up the metal on the bottom of the ship, it can melt the ice, and if I gust a wind after, it'll just cut through like butter.
Can you do both of those things at the same time?
If I cast one, I'm assuming it's not going to go hot and then cold all of a sudden.
Correct.
So if I quickly do heat metal,
Yeah, heat metal.
if I quickly do heat metal, then just yeet a gust after, it
Mhm.
should just cut through.
You can certainly try.
Do you want me to try, guys?
Wait, quick question about that though. Will the metal heating up light the wood on fire?
That's interesting.
You know what? We're in an ice cave. Fuck it. Let's do it. If we can't get the ship out any other way, there's no point in getting the ship.
Well, I
Again, why
actually
are we here?
I actually had another idea. I had another idea but we would require us to rest for a bit.
Alright.
I also
Good
have
thing
an
I'm making
idea.
a hut.
Well, real quick, actually, Henry will look out the mouth of the cave towards the water.
Yeah.
Are we within 500 feet of liquid water?
Yes.
If we rest, I could open my portals again, and I could open one portal in the bottom of the ocean, and one portal at the back of the cave, and it would fill the cave with water, and then the boat would just simply float above the layer of ice, and then we could exit the cave. Because I think because you mentioned there's only 6 feet of ice, I don't think that's enough for it to float, even if it's liquid. If it's a
No.
60-foot boat, I don't think that's not nearly enough water.
No, it needs at least 10 feet, at the very least. Maybe even 20.
A ship this size needs way more than 10 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Henry's like, I could flood the cave, basically.
We do have a opening in the top of the cave now.
The opening
Wouldn't even need to be
the opening in the top of the cave is about a 10-foot hole, 10-foot diameter hole.
Well, he was
How
putting it
high?
at the top would put the water onto the boat. He would
Correct.
he would put it behind. Henry was going to
Yeah.
put the portal behind the boat so that it fills up from the back and basically creates a flow of water, because it would suck down water at the mouth of the cave and be adding more at the back. So it basically create just like a river.
I also, at my disposal, deep inside my brain, have a transportation rune spell that we were meant to carve into this to get it to activate and move to another place.
Oh, that's right.
Where would that other place be?
Well, it was going to be essentially a shot clock for us to get it back to Salspitze, but I think I could choose a location.
All right. Why don't we all take a rest? Baxter's created this lovely hut for us, or is in the process of creating this lovely hut for us.
Just so you guys know, there has not been enough time passed for a long rest.
Oh,
So-
really?
Yep.
We
don't
long
think-
rested.
You woke up.
We-
You woke up from your long rest last session.
Yeah, but it was like we were still back in the city.
I think we only had a short rest at the top of the session.
Yeah, because Henry
that's right,
can't
that's
cast
right.
portals yet, and he cast
That's
those
right.
like in the bank.
That's
Like
right.
it's been a while.
But you did wake up from a rest in the
I think
bank, in the
All
tower.
of that has happened. Oh, yeah.
Like, did
that
we?
was the last time we
or did-
rested.
Yeah, because I think we fought
Yeah.
the dragon this rest. I think like
No, we fought the dragon and then took a long. We went to rested.
that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
So it was right.
Mhm.
It was right before the bank and everything. So like
Coming
getting to the
back.
hut. Mhm.
So how long has it been since we left?
Not super long, because there was a long rest in the city. You guys left the city. It was about 6 hours.
But it took like a couple hours to get out of the
6 hours from the tower to get out of the city, and then maybe an hour with the hag, and that's when you guys teleported back to Roterstein, and that was about an hour in Roterstein until this all happened. So you're looking at about 8-9 hours.
Why don't we just I mean, we could try Lee's plan, stand by to put out any possible fire on the ship. And if that doesn't work, we'll try Henry's and Ogden, you said you were good to do your plan now or in the morning?
Oh yeah, no, mine.
It doesn't.
No, you
Oh,
were
I'm
saying
sorry. Mm-mm.
no.
Nothing.
Oh, I just need the time to carve runes, if I'm not mistaken. But frankly, it's been a while since I looked over that information. I'm not sure what I need to have prepared.
All right, Ogden, why don't you research that? Baxter, you keep going with the tiny hut.
Mm.
The rest of us and Leah will start working on her plan. And any fires as a result of it.
All right. I guess start. Set the wood bits to.
Wait, what?
I think so. Well, I think the idea,
In
melt
a sense,
it,
yeah.
and then
Yeah, get like
Melt
a
and slide.
get like a luge going.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll start working on Leah's plan. I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone's okay with that?
Okay.
Yeah, Ash will get back down on the bottom level. Henry will actually come too because he can cone of cold the ship if it really starts to catch fire.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just gonna come down with a bucket of water.
Where'd you get a bucket of water from?
Ran out of the cave, grabbed some seawater, ran back in.
Okay.
Non-magic person here, let's go.
Is everybody ready?
Ready down here?
I don't know. Are they waiting until I'm done?
I don't know.
Are you guys waiting until
No,
Baxter's
I think
done?
we were just gonna. I mean, we
Well, I think
we should.
Well, because
Okay.
isn't it too early to rest anyway? So there's no
Yes.
point in doing the hut yet.
Well, I mean, it's not too early to short rest.
Well, true, but the hut lasts like 8 hours, so we might as well save that. I think we've pretty much been taking like an hour here, so I don't know if
Keep
we.
doing it.
It could keep us safe from any further cave-ins from above.
That's true too.
And if Quakeson is still here, we could hide in the hut from her. It's useful.
All right, so you guys, who's all down there at the bottom of the ship, outside the ship?
Eclipse, Ash, and Henry?
And Leah, I assume, because Leah has to see it. She can't see the
Yeah.
metal from where she is up top.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Yes, Mr. Boon.
Could I start from on the ship, but towards the front of it, near that thing? Can I try and cast Firebolt to help carve a luge into it, like
Sure.
towards the sea,
Yeah.
to help guide it
Yes.
to the sea,
Okay.
out the cave mouth? I'm gonna do that while you guys do
Okay,
your
Ogden's just throwing
plans. This is
firebolts down.
just try and carve some sort of path to get it to go easier, like some sort of track, rather.
Cool.
Okay, Leah, what are you doing?
So Lee's going to the ship, and at the bottom, like where there's like metal that she can see, she's casting heat metal on it.
All right. As soon as you cast heat metal on the metal, there is wood adjacent to it, and kind of on top of the metal, because the metal is like the base of the ship, and then there's wood around it. That wood starts to smoke and catch. Because you're
Pouring my
superheating metal.
bucket on
You're
it.
superheating metal on top of wood, so
Bucket of water.
no effect because the heat metal is still going.
Does it look like it's melting the ice beneath it though?
Yeah, but it's also burning the wood of the ship too.
Just do it. Just keep going. Keep going.
Fuck this ship, guys.
No,
If we get it in the
don't.
water, we can put it out.
Fuck it.
No, that's not. No.
Should I just cast control winds and try to yeet it?
Is it frozen into the ice, or is it like sitting on top of the ice?
It's nestled on top of the ice.
Oh, it's on top of it. Okay.
You can see into the lower deck of
Oh,
the ship.
okay. I thought it was like frozen into.
No. But you can see into the lower deck now.
Oh, it's
Oh.
burning away that much.
Yeah, there's like a
No, let's stop because if
there's
we
a
don't fix this, it's gonna
there's
sink.
like a hole roughly the size of my head, kind of starting to burn.
Okay, I'm stopping.
Henry
metal.
will
Heat
pull
metal
out
goes
cold-
off, but the wood is still very much on fire.
Yeah, Henry will pull out cold snap and cone of cold. The whole
All right.
stand at the front so the cone basically wraps around both sides of the front of the ship.
All right, the fire goes out, but there is a rather large hole in the base of the ship.
Why didn't you stop once it started catching on fire? Now this thing can't sail.
And it looks like if you want to repair
There's a
this,
hole in the bottom of it.
the hole is too big for a mending spell, and to fix it, it looks like it'll take. Well, you need the supplies, and it looks like it's like a couple hours, maybe a day worth of just patching up that hole.
I love how Garrett's just like Baxter when he thinks too hard about his circumstances.
But in its current state, yeah, this thing won't sail.
Fuck.
Baxter's on top of the deck. Baxter's on the top of the deck, still casting Tiny Hut. You can hear kind of people
It's
down
like,
below panicking a
Hey
little
guys,
bit.
how's it going?
Ogden, you hear people down below panicking.
Stay the course.
Monkfish's like, what's burning? Smells like a campfire.
Nothing, monkfish.
Smells like a campfire.
It's alright. We put the fire out. It's all good.
They lit the ship on fire and burned a hole in the hull.
Actually, the ship burnt a hole in the ship. If we're getting technical.
No, you're the one where the fire was coming from.
I think it might have been a better idea if we just, went after Joseph in the Nine Hells. We might have been more productive that way.
Well, we don't owe anyone this ship.
It would have been really nice to have this ship.
Well,
I mean,
we're
it'd be
going to have to
fantastic.
repair it now.
If we can get it out of this fucking ice.
I'm the captain of locomotion and time, not the captain of ship repairing.
If I remember, all we need to do is teleport to someone who can take us to the morning shores, right?
Well, that's...
We don't need a ship.
Well, the morning shores is if we want to do something on my behalf.
I thought it was... There was... There was something said as well by that.
It
orb.
said it was. It said that
But-
the sunken lord was in the morning shore.
You could say there's more
Well,
going on
certainly.
there that holds interest.
For example,
I just stuff I heard. Name doesn't really mean anything. Not to you, but
okay.
yes. So, do any of you know how to get there?
Well,
Thrawn did mention how.
Dying or getting ferried.
yeah.
Yes. Have any of you been ferried before, Mr. Boon?
I have. Yep.
How did you do this?
I don't remember.
Very.
All right.
That was a lot of sessions ago.
You and Noose went on a weird dream trip.
Oh.
It was like I think it was Papa Bondi
Yeah,
that did
a
it.
really weird dream trip.
Okay. Oh.
All right. So you don't remember Mr. Boon? Well, that stinks. Who's ready to die then? Yes, no, maybe something else.
I mean,
instead.
yeah, I think several people here have died and don't remember going there, so I don't know if that's the most effective way either.
Yeah. Okay, that one's off the table then. Well, I definitely don't want to stay here. I would like to ask this Velocash some questions. So that's what's on my radar.
Well, he's currently in Dis.
Oh. Well, isn't that something?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I can't take us there. I don't have that in my tool set. But, yes, that is where I'm aiming to go, he says, as he's still casting.
So should we instead, and forgive the pun, chill here until we can get a proper rest?
What about
or...
Joseph?
And what?
What about Joseph?
Well, he's in hell, and we don't exactly have a way to follow.
And we don't
You guys would
Want
remember
to
Ogden has a spell.
go to hell. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we have a way of
I think
we
we
have a way
only
of following. We
told-
don't have a way of getting back. So our option is we all go get ourselves trapped in hell, or we figure out a better plan.
Yeah.
Well, since it's written down, if I have it, I can copy it to my spell book. It's going to take me some time and money, but time and resources, but I can copy it and then know it.
That sounds useful.
Well, again, it's going to take time and resources.
Well,
What level spell is that?
7th.
Oh, well, maybe I can't learn. It seems maybe like it's perhaps too advanced for me to learn.
That
I've got
said,
a scroll.
I don't know if I've shared this, but I have a homebrewed rule for casting spells from other spell books. I did it in Descent into Avernus, and people liked it. You can attempt to cast a spell from another spell book that you have, but might not have the requirements for it, but it requires a similar roll as a spell scroll. I think I'm cutting out, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell if I'm cutting out or if Caleb's just frozen.
I'm getting it'll pause for a minute.
Okay.
And then
So
I'm catching every so often.
I have this fun little homebrew mechanic for casting spells from other spell books. It's similar to a spell scroll. You roll a d20 on your spell modifier. If it fails, the spell is erased from the spell book, similar to a spell scroll being destroyed once it's used or if it fails. Because to me, it makes sense that wizards would be able to like decipher other wizards' spell books and just cast straight from it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a risk to it.
Okay. Well, I have that one scroll. I'm more worried about our return trip.
Mm-hmm.
Ash and Eclipse, and not Ogden. Actually, yes, Ash, Ogden, and Eclipse also know that old Baxter had a contact in the Nine Hills, in Dis.
Oh, who is it? Did I write it down?
How many extra dimensional spaces do we have? I've got
Bag of Devouring and
the hole and got the. Is there any others?
Nope, just the bag and the hole.
Well, I have one way we could at least perhaps get in the ballpark, but I think it would destroy both of those. Alright, I mean, I really like the hole, but... You know, Joseph said living person.
If you guys are looking for the name of that Cambion, it's Veltariq.
Okay.
He was supposed to be the one that would help you obtain a seal and Heil replacement.
We need something very different from him now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, would we remember? Yeah, we would remember that, right?
Yes.
Well, Baxter, do you think do you remember this contact?
What contact?
This devil person?
I know no devils.
All right then.
None of the literal kind,
excuse me,
anyway.
you know one.
Oh, is that what you are then?
Yes, I thought we went over this.
Yes. Okay. So, no, I do not know this person.
Wait, what devil? His name. What was the name?
Veltariq?
Carnifex, do you know a devil named Veltariq?
Doesn't ring any bells.
Nope, can't say I do. All right, well, worth asking.
Yeah. Do we want to trust that this devil can get us back out if we do manage to get there?
I think that it is foolhardy to go into hell without an exit strategy.
Well, there's always bargaining.
Sorry?
We could always bargain.
Do I know about that specific thing about not making deals with devils?
I mean, it's probably like
I feel like it's
well known.
fairly commonly known. Yeah, I know.
But it's so fun.
That seems like a bad idea. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm so negative. I don't want to be a naysayer, or I thrive on positivity, but that seems like we'd just be asking to give away part of our souls, or
our good friend Velakash already has part of my soul, so
right.
why not let two devils fight over it?
That would be interesting, wouldn't it?
It's kind of like offering your firstborn to two different entities and being like, all right, custody battle over it.
Honestly, what more do I have to lose?
Well, I don't think it's a good idea either way, but
It's a last-ditch effort. Well,
well,
also,
did the hut finish yet?
Yeah, by this time, definitely.
I suppose also if we ran into Kallios there, we would kill him. Kill him dead.
yeah. So not... If we could manage to kill him, it wouldn't be a complete waste of time if we can't get back.
And, well, I suppose anything else important. I mean, I don't know if we don't really know anything about Asmodeus and what he's doing from this side, do we?
Everyone else does, but Ash.
We know what's going on with that.
So to reiterate,
Yeah, about that!
to reiterate, he's trying to bring his city, Fortress City of Marcin, into the material plane, to destroy the material plane and then recreate the material plane in his image and kind of rule over his new version of the material plane.
Someone explain that to Ash.
Alright, so our good friend Asmodeus is trying to come to our plane with his capital city of Marcin and basically destroy everything that's here already and build it up in his image.
I think I've heard you guys talk about this. No, but I meant like, we can't exactly gather intel on what he's doing from this side, because if there's information on this side, he's already here. So it seems like if this is an enemy we're trying to fight, we need to fight it on that side of things to prevent it from getting here.
Right.
So if this is the kind of if this is the enemy we're up against, and this is the kind of thing we're trying to prevent, do we just need to go to hell and kick ass and save the world?
Now, hold on. Because isn't hell just full of these damn things?
I would assume so,
we'd
yes.
just be in hell with a bunch of devils, and
More or less, yeah.
yeah, no, we'd be dead. It doesn't seem like there would be any protection from just being instantly killed by dozens and dozens and entire cities full of devils.
Well, Henry's pretty cool most of the time. And I bet he has a few friends that might help us. Henry?
I don't have
Artifacts?
friends. Yeah. None of the devils I know would really be too cool on just like helping out, but
You don't have any favors that anyone owes you? Nothing?
I mean some, but this is a big ask.
Can't you just call them all in?
I mean, like, to be fair, I'll be honest, just popping over to hell and just trying to kill our way to saving the world does sound like certain doom.
I mean, I also have, no offense. You said, what else do you have left to lose, Eclipse? I have things to lose. I have people I have to take care of.
I meant that more in the context of me
you.
bartering away my soul.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've got this.
I was
inner ear
volunteering
thing
myself, not everyone
It's
as a
just-
whole.
Okay, well, I've got like this inner ear thing that seems to be affecting where I'm only hearing parts of sentences. So if I say something that seems like it's coming out of nowhere, then
but
I
you
apologize.
You were saying about what you had to lose?
Yeah, I mean, we've all got something to lose. Part of that includes you, this crew. So I didn't want us to be making foolhardy choices without considering everyone who's also with us. Again, yeah, I only caught part of it. I've got some sort of inner ear.
It's like an ear infection, almost.
Yes. I'm going to say yes. I missed most of that, but I'm going to say yes.
So, I mean, there's so much we have to do there. Is it worth
just
the
time?
risk? Yeah. Do we just dive in head first and see what happens?
I think that's a bad idea, but again, we don't have many options at this point.
I mean, we've got a ship that won't sail,
Big hole.
and hell trying to come to us. I suppose our best bet is to try and go to hell. And to be quite honest, you know, the best we can. To be quite honest, we can sit around here and hope we end up finding an exit strategy on this side. But I'll be quite honest, hell's an exotic place. It's probably likely that we'll find a way back from that side faster than we would find a way back from this side. And at the very least, if we're there long enough and we kill enough things, Ogden, you might learn enough that, or actually any of our spell people could learn enough that just figure the spell out and pop us back.
Wondrous. Also, Henry, I have a question for you, Henry.
Oh, yes.
How long are your skeletal friends with us?
Has it been an hour yet, Dustin?
I'd say, based on everything that's been happening, it's getting close to it.
About 6 more minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna say my little buds. They're gonna be around for about 7 more hours. So I was gonna have them start maybe fixing that hole, but they can't hold a lot of weight. Maybe 2 of them can hold one board, and the other one can hammer the nails in.
Well, I can reanimate them again fairly quickly.
You guys would also need materials, and this ship has been stripped bare, and nobody has any materials to fix a ship on them currently.
We'll take down one of the masts.
Yeah, we don't need 4 masts on this ship.
It's ridiculous, right?
Yeah, it's excessive.
I think those are necessary for it to sail. I'm going to be quite honest.
We don't need to sail it. We and in the middle of the ocean. If we just skirt the shoreline all the way back to Dawnbreak or Newport or Belena's, or we might be able to just hobble along.
So you're saying we should hobble along to another continent?
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a great idea.
To help? That's
all right.
Really the only place we can go at this point.
Yeah, so here's my thought. Monkfish, you want to go to hell?
I feel like I'm there already.
If the answer is no, I still have a job for you.
I feel like I'm there already, but what's the job?
All right. Here's my thinking.
Yeah.
Ogden already put on a teleportation circle onto this ship, right? Or did you do that? Did that happen?
No.
Did you inscribe the runes?
No.
Not yet.
Okay.
It would take that time, but I can take that time. I don't know how long it would take.
About an hour.
Yeah, how long? Okay. So, Ogden, if you put the runes on the ship, Monkfish...
Yeah.
Let's be honest, does money... Carnifex, does money... Can you spend money in hell? Do they care about gold?
Carnifex would know they have a special currency in the 9 hells called soul coins.
No, you spend soul coins, and yeah, it's what it sounds like.
Yeah, every time. So the devil. So, devils love to trade soul coins. It's their main form of currency. Also, there are friendly devils in the Nine Hells who will gladly take people's soul coins. And there are also vehicles in the Nine Hells called infernal machines that are powered by soul coins. Like massive infernal motorcycles and stuff like that.
Alright, so here's my thinking. Monkfish, I think at this point we can trust you.
I hope so.
So my thought is, we give Monkfish some money. Monkfish hires a crew, buys some supplies, takes his time, and gets the ship all fixed up and out to water. And then when we come back, we'll just pop right back onto the ship and it'll be all ready for us and waiting and sailing on the water and ready to go.
It's actually not a bad idea. I have
This
connections.
this is just a meticulous, a menial, time-consuming project. We can just let him take care of.
I mean, I still have connections, and those werewolves, how are they doing?
Well,
It's
considering
alright.
that their homes were just blown up and smashed.
Great. Crew.
I was just gonna ask, do they need a floating home? Did we just inherit a village?
Exactly.
Werewolf crew. I like it.
Not bad. Monkfish, you're also in charge of teaching them how to sail if they don't know how to sail already.
Great. What am I being paid for this?
Well,
Here, I have no use for this. And Baxter's just gonna give him 3,000 gold.
That'll do it! Alright. You're my new favorite person. I will protect you with my life.
all right, yeah, let's pool up. I mean, he's got to hire a crew. We don't know how long it's going to be. He's going to pay for materials, pay for new supplies, rations, and everything on the ship, get it furnished. So probably going to need a good amount of money for that. Here, I look at. Is there any furniture left on the ship, or
Everything's
is it
been picked clean.
just gone? Everything?
You get the guy who you guys made the contract with, who inherited the ship, sold off everything.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Okay. Rude.
I was gonna say if they had like a chest or something, then we could like make a first bank of monkfish. But
Just use a barrel.
are there barrels?
Yeah, there's like empty barrels all over the place.
Okay. All right. We'll start with this first bit of order. Buy a chest, put a lock on it.
Done.
Everybody deposit money in the first bank of monkfish,
How much?
Baxter
as
already,
much as you'd like to give,
Baxter already gave me 3,000, so
and then monkfish can withdraw money from the bank as he needs to pay crew, pay for supplies and everything. It'll be like, expenses we would be paying if we were captaining the ship. And then when we come back, if there's any money left, we just divvy it back up based on how much we put in. And if you do any piracy while we're gone, take some, fill it back up.
and travel between planes does have the ability to time does pass differently between the planes, so who knows how long you guys will be gone.
That's true.
I could have a whole crew by then and we could have a name for ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. Ash will drop 1,500 gold into the
Oh my
barrel.
God. Let me write this down.
Yeah, we're gonna have the best ship. Our crew is gonna be so good because they're getting paid so well. Highest quality supplies.
I honestly
Steel
missed
hole.
most of what just happened.
We're subletting the pirate ship to monkfish while we're in hell.
Okay, so Baxter donated.
So we're donating money and leaving it for him to use to get a crew and repairs and stuff. And then if he does piracy while we're gone, he'll pay us back.
Baxter's clean out, by the way.
All right, and Ash donated 1,500.
Yep.
Okay. Anybody else donating funds to your pirate crew?
Did we add our 1,000 gold already to our
Mhm. Yeah, from the Dragon's Hoard.
individually?
Mhm.
I don't remember
Yes.
if I did or
Mhm.
not.
Yeah. Eclipse is gonna put in 500.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to put in that 1,000, I guess.
No, you said you did already do it. That from that thing, right? Isn't that
What are you
said?
saying? What was the question? I'm so sorry. What?
Kate, didn't you say something that he already paid a thing?
Mm-mm.
No. As in, we like put
Yeah,
it.
we divvied up the
we
6,000
divided up
gold
the money. Yeah.
from
Okay.
the Dragon's Word.
All right. So
Gotcha,
Ogden's
okay.
putting in 1,000.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I don't know.
All right. Henry probably doesn't. Henry.
Oh, well, I
And Leah.
suppose-
I don't know what's going on here. If you guys are donating anything.
Sure, I'll invest in this business venture. I'll do the same as Mr. Boon and put 1,000 in.
Okay.
And Leo put 1,002.
Damn, Monkfish just made some cash.
Yeah, how much money is that?
I'll tell you in 1 second.
Making a note on both my character sheets about the first bank of monkfish.
8,000 gold.
Nice.
That's a pretty penny. That'll
I
pay
wanna
for repairs.
I want to cast Detect Thoughts on Monkfish.
All right.
He's going yippee skippy in his head.
Man, how great. No. He seems to be already thinking of like repairs and additions to the ship and crew he's going to hire and stuff like that. It's all just clockwork of how he's going to spend this money on the ship and the crew.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
You guys just saved
This is
his
all
life,
taking place-
so
yeah.
Yeah, is there any insight I can gain into his like state of mind?
no, it's too much. Just him
No.
overexcited about this prospect, and also not having to go to the Nine Hells.
Okay, cool.
Also, what were you saying, Garrett?
Nothing. For some reason, my printer started to make noise, so I muted it.
Okay. So yeah, Monkfish like kind of just all his gold is put into the barrel. He caps the barrel. All right. I imagine. I hate to say it, but I imagine the werewolves and I could gather debris from their village, and we could use that to repair the ship.
Yeah, whatever. You are interim Captain Monkfish.
Because I hear there's a big fucking hole in the bottom.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
It's not big. It's not big.
It's big.
It's sizable.
Those are synonyms.
It's about
Any
the size of your head.
any supply requests? Alcohol, food.
Definitely alcohol and lots of it. And then something that could be preserved well.
Ooh. Is there any on the ship?
I
No.
believe it's all been sold off by the ship's previous owner.
Shame.
Pickled eggs last very long. I quite like pickled eggs.
I was thinking more dried meats.
Dried meats are
and
easy,
fruits?
but I can also get pickled eggs. I like pickled eggs.
Spices,
Spices.
tea, and tea.
I thought you said teeth for a second. Yes, I could do teas, spices, alcohol, sustainable foods. And enough food just to probably serve a crew of a ship this size. He kind of looks at it. 30 or so. So. Plus all of you, of course. So 36 of us. 37 if you count me, I believe.
Mhm.
So. And Joseph, 38. If we can find him.
Oh,
If
we're
we
gonna
can-
find him.
Or not.
But more of a question if he can come back
optimism.
with us. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to find him.
Well, I'll make sure this gold is spent wisely and on things that are needed. I can look through the ship as well while you're gone and kind of make mental notes to myself. How about this? I'll keep track of a ledger and let you all know, down to the coin, what's been spent and whatnot.
That would be appreciated, yes. And then again, if you start making profit, what do we want to say? I mean, keep up paying operational costs. If you get to the point where you can, take out of what you're making to pay the crew and pay for food and everything, then you can stop taking out of the bank. And if you start making surplus of that, you can start, pay back the bank first.
Right. Do we want to rename the ship the Winter's Kiss? Not too fond of that name.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
All right, let me make a mental note of this. Right, he pulls out like a little journal and starts writing with his quill.
The summer's fart.
What are we calling this?
Summer's fart.
So
something with revenge in it.
I mean, the Void Maw was a cool name, but that thing's poop.
Yeah.
The Veiled Sycophant.
I'm just gonna look to
was a
Ogden.
bad name.
It's like, yeah, I wonder what happened to that.
Yeah, it's a bad name. Bad name. Don't like that. Something revenge and cold. Chilled vengeance.
Revenge of the Ship?
No. Cold Vengeance, Frost Worm, Big Daddy Warbucks,
Big Daddy Cold Ship.
Big Daddy Cold Ship.
Big
Oh,
Daddy
no,
Cold
that's
Ship
not-
revenge.
Oh no, it's the crew of the Big Daddy Cold Ship. Run! Certainly leave an impression.
The Maelstrom.
Have you
What?
have you thought of the Frozen Frigate?
I think we can pass on that, unfortunately.
Oh.
Okay,
What about...
all right.
What about...
I'll officially stop contributing.
What about... I'm just kidding. What about
Awesome.
Marion? Sorry.
Marion's revenge.
Marion's Boon?
No, keep her out of it. Keep her out of it.
Yeah, I don't want my mother's name associated with a pirate ship, please. Thank you.
right.
She's
Big
got a
Daddy
lovely
Cold
name.
Ship it is.
No.
Please no.
You know what?
Frostbite?
Well,
Ooh.
Frostbite's good. You know what? How about we all sit on it while we're traveling? Maybe something will inspire us and come to us.
Put a pin in it.
Well, don't we need to? Yeah, we'll decide. We gotta rest, I think, and then we're going to hell. But I think we kind of need to decide. Otherwise, it's up to you because we won't have a way of telling you.
I have names
Yeah.
in my head.
Oh yeah.
The
So if we don't
the
come up with
Dainted
anything-
Lily.
No.
That's what I got. So
What about the cat's meow?
is she the one who put the hole in the ship?
Yeah. Yep.
Mm.
A slap and tickle.
The ball tickler. Oh no, wait, that's too close to something else. You know what?
Temporary name, Big Daddy Cold
Everyone,
Ship. We'll think of something
everyone
better.
can just rest. We'll sit on it. Rest
Yeah.
on it, rather.
I'll be honest. I kind of like Big Daddy Cold Ship is growing on me.
Yeah, it kind of is.
But oh look, it's the crew of the Big Daddy Cold Ship.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
veiled,
Pay for your lives.
the veiled sycophant.
Oh
The
lord.
build icicle fan.
No, that was the no. That's
Yeah.
Are we really going with Big Daddy Cold Ship?
Well,
What,
it's a temporary
placeholder.
temporary name.
Placeholder. name.
Placeholder.
Place
what
order
about
name.
what about this? I've got one.
All right.
All right.
I'm sorry, I said I wasn't gonna contribute, but I've got one.
Look, I came up with Big Daddy Cold Ship, so you're batting better
Well-
than I am.
Well, what do you think of the snow minnow?
Snow minnow?
Yes, the snow minnow.
Like the
I
fish.
kind of like. It's kind of like it's kind of like when a giant guy is called. He has a nickname, a tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
And yeah, it's like the opposite of over.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a or something, right? And you see this
That's right.
warship.
That's right.
Oh, nice.
I love
I
it.
like the
Snow
I like
minnow?
snow minnow. Yeah.
All the captains are agreed. Captain.
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 Sure.
Snow minnow it is. So he writes that down in the book. The ship will be
Captain of naming things.
I was gonna give up too.
Well, never give up on your dreams.
All
Never give up. Never surrender.
Never gonna give you
This
up.
session went so
South.
backwards.
So many different directions.
Never gonna let you down.
It's beautiful.
We're gonna run around and desert you.
So this and we're live. So yeah,
Oh,
it was the good
Hello.
berry talk. Yeah. Sorry about that, everyone watching.
as we eat our good berries, we relax for the evening, just
Okay.
enjoying it, all doing our own thing to enjoy like the sound of water and the feeling of sunlight and
Yeah.
not fire.
Okay. Oh, and we lost Caleb.
Oh no.
Tonight is rife with technical issues. Oh boy.
I do not understand how his internet is so much worse than Garrett's. Like, what?
So yeah, you guys all kind of do your own thing. Spend some time in this cave, staring at the hole in the side of the ship, the smell of burnt wood.
Yeah, then we go to bed in the tiny hut.
Right. If you're in the tiny hut, it's velvet carpet with the smell of like cherry tree burning on a fire, but that's just kind of what's permeating through the air. Baxter, like with prestidigitation, creates a small trinket, which essentially is just a small glass for drinking, but then realizes that he doesn't have any more alcohol.
Womp womp.
Womp womp. And then just
Yeah, and you all kind of get into the tiny hut. You all lay down, but you spend like the rest of the night doing your own thing.
I'm not gonna forget it this time. Yeah, Baxter is he doesn't sleep.
Okay.
He doesn't need to sleep. And yeah, we might need to do something beginning of next session, but yeah.
All right. So as you all kind of get into tiny hut to prepare for a long rest, based on the technical issues tonight, that's where I'm gonna call it. So
Okay, in the morning we're planning on going to hell.
And in
yeah.
the morning.
Great plan, everyone. Well
in the
done.
morning, we're going to hell.
Man.
On the
Fully
road to
expecting
hell,
to
there was
die,
a
gave
railroad track.
All of my money to just some random person.
Mhm.
No, maybe a day and a half.
Dang.
So thanks for watching, everybody. Again, sorry for the technical difficulties tonight. I at least know, and I've narrowed down my internet issues. It wasn't my old computer either, so that makes me really happy about spending $1,200. But I am happy with my new setup anyway. Very much so. What else? We'll be back next week with Beneath the Tide episode 61. This episode will be live on the podcast next Thursday. So keep an eye out for episode 59 of Beneath the Tide tomorrow on the podcast, and hopefully no disconnection issues tomorrow night for Shadows over Ravenloft, which I think we are also pushing back to 8 p.m. I am not sure. I don't remember if we
Eastern.
I don't remember if we have pushed it back to 8 p.m. Eastern yet.
I didn't think we did yet.
Yes, correct. We did not yet.
Not
So
yet.
7:15 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow night for Shadows over Ravenloft, because that's getting spicy. And hopefully we'll be back with Soldiers of the Lich Queen this Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah.
And we'll also be back with Descendant to Avernus at 10:30 p.m. Eastern time, because we did not do Descendant to Avernus last Sunday either.
And we are getting some overlap with that campaign, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Somewhat. Good night, everybody. We'll see you